me get everything set up here. Hello. Sorry I didn't stream on Sunday. I was feeling kind of sick, like kind of nauseous. And it was supposed to be Lethal Company, and I'm like, I don't know if I can lock in to, getting high quotas if I'm feeling kind of sick. I'm like, I just don't want to. Then I was like, oh, I could do something, stream something else, and then I was like, I just don't want to, not when I'm sick. So, I wasn't like super, I don't know. I think it was just I ate something, bad. Um, that made me sick. I don't really know what, um, but yeah. Let's see here. Murders on the Yangtze River is what we are playing today. More of this with our beloved and hated characters. Hmm. There we go. Okay. No, hold on. Okay. Okay. Um, sorry. Sorry. I'm like fumbling around today. I'm a little bit late today too, I know. I forgot to charge my phone when I got home. And I did it, guys. I did it. I ordered a new computer. I did it. It's supposed to get here on Friday. So, very exciting. I got a nice one. It's a laptop and it's pretty nice. It's a little pricey. It's a little pricey. Not gonna lie. But like I don't know. I feel like I keep every time I buy a new computer, I try to aim for better and better. Obviously not like just, more updated, but also better in terms of like compared to the competition, right? Like this isn't top of the line, but we're getting up there in terms of like what's reasonable, like a not like even mid-range, but like it's like upper mid-range. Like if this computer were part of a class system, it'd be solidly upper middle class, maybe even lower upper class computer. Um, because I'm just like tired of stuff. Like I got it's an Alienware computer. Like I said laptop because like I was gonna get a look for a desktop again. Or honestly I could just update the desktop I have. Because like the most of the parts should be good, right? I'd probably just need to update the CPU and the graphics card, I think. Um, I mean, it's like 4 years old, so I mean the motherboard and stuff should still be fine, right? And maybe update the cooling because I did not have as much for the cooling as I could have. And I could definitely put a lot more in. The case was pretty empty, so I have plenty of room, and there was plenty of room like space where you could put fans in like the front and back and stuff. I just didn't buy those. But I don't, and then I considered getting a really, another nice one kind of in the same price range as the one I got. Um, and I was like looking into water cooling and stuff or liquid cooling, but uh the space I have on my desk where I would put a like computer tower it's like it doesn't have the best ventilation, right? It's like a little cramped into the corner. And like having fans is great, but if the fans aren't going to blow the air anywhere besides like a corner where it's just going to circulate back around in, like that's not really going to help, you know? Um, and like I don't know why like a laptop would necessarily be better, but at least I'm not putting all the components into like a corner, right? Worst case scenario, I can get like a pad underneath the laptop with like fans or something, like to improve things. But like currently I haven't had any overheating issues with my current laptop. So, but I did have heating issues with my computer before and it even had better ventilation with where it was at. Um, so, I mean again I could have added more fans, but I don't know. And I was looking and like some of them I was looking at, some of like the like kind of pre-assembled, prearranged ones, right? Like an iBuyPower or Starforge, looking at those. And like for the same price as the one I'm getting, like it's not as nice. like the graphics card, like they have like a lot of like Radeon graphics card, like the 7900, which like some people were like, "Oh yeah, it's just this good." The one I'm getting a i9 processor and a NVIDIA 4080 um GPU. Uh the 4090 looks like the best for most of these computers. I mean, I think apparently there's like a 5080 out that's like the upgrade of the 4080. But I didn't see that mentioned in like any computer. So that must be like the $5,000 ones that you can get. Um but it was like a NVIDIA 4080. Um and so yeah, not the highest end. The highest like 4090 would be the best for like this computer, but I was like, we'll step it back. It was like a couple $100 more for the 4090, and I'm like, I don't know if that's really worth it. Like, I don't need the graphics to really look good. I just need to be able to play the games, you know. And then I got the i9 processor because the i7 was the like basic. I have an i7 now, so like, I mean, these are probably still updated in other ways, but I got the i9 one as opposed to the i7 because I was hoping that because you know you sometimes have like a CPU bottleneck issue, you know, if you have like a high-end GPU, like if your CPU can't keep up, that still also is an issue. So I got the i9, so hopefully that'll be good for the 4080. And because 4070 was the lowest. It was like 4070, 4080, and 4090, and I got the 4080. But like the some of the other computers that are like pre-built and stuff, they're using like Radeon um GPUs, Radeon I guess yeah, 7900 I think it is. And some people were like, "Oh yeah, they're completely comparable." And actually, the 7900 is better than the 4080. And it's like, I'm like looking at all the stats. It's really not. Like what? They're like, "Yeah, well the Nvidia one runs faster." But and it's like, you know, you have better frame rate. It's definitely faster, but and it's like I'm looking at all the metrics and pretty much all of them are better on the Nvidia. Like, I don't know what to tell you. They're just all better on the other. I don't and they're like ultimately end up being like the same price. And I'm like, I oh no, the to be fair, the like desktop computers, those were the same price with like yeah, again, the slightly less nice graphics card. But 2 terabytes because the one that I got has a 1 terabyte hard drive. Um but or well SSD. But the desktops had again not quite as nice graphics card, but 2 terabyte SSD. And I could have gotten 2 terabyte for mine. But I was like, every terabyte upgrade you get, which to be fair, I like would like because I have 1 terabyte now on this laptop. And hey Anakai, welcome. Um I have 1 terabyte laptop or 1 terabyte hard drive actually though, on this laptop and HDD, and it it has been full for quite a while, like pretty close. And so I have a another terabyte as an external hard drive, Samsung portable SSD. And I kind of always have that plugged in. I have a lot of games and videos and stuff on there. Um, and that one like you know was like $100, and like getting a new computer and like getting 1 terabyte hard drive, fine, you know, you gotta have some storage. But 2 terabytes added like $300 to the price. But like I could just get a 1 terabyte external and for 100. Like I can triple the storage for the, you know, if I just get them all external. And like a lot of the things can be external. Like the things I need don't have to be internal. Like almost everything can run off an external hard drive. So like in some ways that might be better because like if I'm doing like game dev stuff, right? Like or if I'm doing like gaming stuff or like video stuff for YouTube or whatever, like you know, I can organize those on completely different drives, which is kind of nice. You know, not gonna lie, the storage aspect there isn't bad, right? It's not so bad. But I was just getting really worried because I started my computer before stream on oh, it was still on Sunday, but I was going to stream before I like kind of decided that I wasn't going to, but I started up on Sunday and it gave me this like error that was like imminent hard drive failure. Um it's not failing right now, but it will soon. back up everything. And I'm like, uh-oh. It was like this like black screen. So I couldn't even screenshot it because it's before the system booted up. It was like during boot up, right? And so I couldn't screenshot it. But it gave you like a website to go to and a QR code or whatever. So like I looked it up and stuff, and they were like, run diagnostic tests and stuff. I'm like, okay. And they're like, you don't have diagnostics available for this. Please go to this website and update them and download them. And I'm like, and I was like, "Oh, no. Was it one of the games I played on Saturday? Was it one of the games that I downloaded?" Like, that's kind of concerning. I don't know what the problem is or why why this is happening. Um, so yeah, a little worrisome, a little worrisome. But, that's okay, that's okay. But, like, I was like, "Okay," and then I was like, "Maybe it'll just go away," right? And I didn't even, like, really look into it further. But then, and then, like, I didn't stream on Sunday because I wasn't feeling well, and then Monday, I restarted, my computer, or, shut it down Sunday night, opened it again yesterday, and, it told me again, like, I was gonna play some, practice some Lethal Company off stream yesterday, and make my videos too. I was gonna do that too, which I, am still working on, because I kind of got derailed by the, like, computer issues and stuff, but, for book club, for my second YouTube channel, um, I'll hopefully have that up tomorrow, maybe, I don't know. My computer already seems to be kind of running a little janky today. This isn't super smooth, or at least not as smooth as normal. Um, so I don't know. A little concerning. But when I started up my computer again yesterday, it same screen, imminent, hard drive failure coming soon. And I'm like, yikes. So since it seems to be a issue on boot up, and like in looking at things online, they kind of like some troubleshooting stuff, they were like, oh, kind of talking about issues that happen when the computer is just running versus when it's starting up. And like booting issues seem to be kind of different. And so if it gives you that error when it's starting, then like, it's an issue with the booting up process. Um, so I was like, okay, so what if I just don't turn off my computer? What if I just put it to sleep but don't fully turn it off? Uh, so that we don't encounter the failure that they're saying is gonna happen. So I don't know. I don't know. And it might not even be something like super serious, right? Because like I saw like, well, I don't know. Because I don't know what that means, right? Like I don't know if it's gonna completely destroy my computer or what, but it makes me very concerned. And considering like, I'm already worried about that. I'm already like kind of struggling to like do stuff because like everything is just very taxing on my computer. I mean, it's not definitely not as bad as I've had on other computers, but like, things are just like, oh, look, there we go. I got a message from Dell. Order received. My purchase ID and everything. Wow. Yay. My computer. My new computer that I will have. Um, hooray. Um, and I'm just like, because like I want to stream Marvel Rivals. I want to stream Medieval Dynasty. I couldn't play Cabin Factory. Like I want to play the games that everyone else is playing, or that I want to play, like because I want to play them, and then I just have to watch everyone else play them instead because I can't. Well, I can play Marvel Rivals, and I guess I could play all these others too. But like Cabin Factory, for instance, like I want to stream it, and like Medieval Dynasty, I'm fine playing that on my own. Like I love that game. And I have played it on my own quite a lot, quite a lot. I have a lot of hours into it. But I don't know if it'll tell me here. Actually, I don't know. I don't think I have many hours on this account in Medieval Dynasty. But oh, it needs an update anyway. We're definitely not going to be updating it. um, but like I for um for that, like, like Medieval Dynasty though, like I love, but it is such a time sink, right? Like like I said, I put a lot of hours into it, but I don't want to, put so many hours into it off stream. Like if I want to play it for a lot of hours, I kind of want to be able to stream it. Like, and that's one thing is I like do a little bit of gaming off stream, but not like a lot, right? Because like streaming is kind of part of my excuse for playing games, right? is like, oh, well, at least I'll be, turn it into something productive. And like hang out with other people and things, do something with it, kind of create an art form, a performance or something, like rather than just play the game. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like enough for me sometimes. So, so I as much as I love the game, like I really like to play it on stream. Um and, so that's kind of frustrating that I can't, not very frustrating that I can't, and very frustrating that I can't play, like, stream Marvel Rivals. And, like, because I'd love to stream Marvel Rivals, and then, like, people could very kindly tell me, advice on how to improve, or hate on all the people in the game with me when they're mean to me, and then everyone can be like, "Yeah, that person was a jerk. They were stupid anyway." And I'll be like, "Thank you, chat." And like that'll be good. Um, but I can't not with this computer. But hopefully with this new computer, I'll be so mad if I can't with the new computer. Like if I update my CPU and my graphics card and I still can't, that would be. And I think my RAM will be updated too, actually. Let me sort of see here. I don't know. I'm actually kind of curious now what where is that here? I forget. System, which is the category that tells me about my RAM. Yeah, okay, 60. I thought. Okay, so I thought 16 gig RAM is what I've got with this computer. My current specs, yeah. Currently I have Intel i7 processor, 16 gig RAM. My GPU is a like a NVIDIA 30 series. 30 something. So it's obviously like one whole thing behind in pretty much everything. So my new specs will be an upgrade entirely. NVIDIA 4080, 32 gig RAM, i9 processor. So hopefully I should be able to play stuff. Same storage though, 1 terabyte storage, but that's fine. Um, but yeah, I didn't really pay too much attention to the screen on the new one. Apparently, yeah, it is a really big upgrade. Hey, Trunk Monkey, welcome, welcome. I'm just talking about the new computer I ordered just before stream. Hooray! For a huge price, so it better be an upgrade because it was like almost over twice the price of this one that I currently have. Was two, and this one is like 2 years and like 3 months old or something. I got it like October 2022. Yeah, because I wanted to start VTubing earlier, but I couldn't because my computer that I had that I built, but like was slightly outdated parts, was, and it was a desktop, but it was like so it did not run good. It was 2 years old at that point because I built it in 2020, I think, and yeah, 2022 then, and it was 2 years old. It was flunking. I like basically couldn't play anything, couldn't do anything on that one. You were like, my model, thank you, thank you. It's just a Vroid one, so yeah, yeah. I mean, kind of just because I got so tired, especially because when I start my computer, it tells me that there's an imminent hard drive failure coming, so it scared me. But I'm like, time for a new computer. But also, it's kind of like I want to be able to play, like I mean, if anyone's been around, I've been trying to play games and have like not been able to. Ooh, they're bypassing my stuff. I don't like that. Let's uh I'll delete their message. Yeah, I'm not gonna ban them, but I'll delete them. Um, but uh, but yeah, I like because there's a lot of games that I want to play, but I couldn't, and I'm frustrated about it. And then with potential hard drive failure coming, I'm like, yikes. So I kind of want to get, yeah, get a new one. So hey Odin, welcome, welcome. I'll play the game here soon. I'm just chatting about my new computer. It should get here on Friday. So um because I was gonna order it yesterday, but then it would get here on Thursday, and it's supposed to rain for the next few days, and I am not sure that there is a guaranteed dry place for them to leave a computer. So I was like, I think I'm gonna wait till it's at least stopped raining. Friday, it's like 40% chance rain. So, but less throughout the day. If it comes around like noon, it's like 40% chance. Lower throughout the day. Brand I buy from, I got Alienware from Dell. So the biggest downside I saw people mention it is like the screen they didn't think is as bright as it should be. Um, but like I feel like I can live with that. I can probably live with that. Um, I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be like significantly different from the screen I have now, but um, because maybe my screen also isn't as bright as they think the screen should be. I don't know. Um, but but that's like one negative I saw. There's also a lot of negative reviews on Amazon for it, where people just say it's crashed after a few months, but I mean, I don't know what to make of that. It might be the specific build they got uh, or like what they're doing with it. I don't know. But like it's highly recommended on most of the sites. So hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's good. Like I said, I from my perspective, like it was very pricey, but a new computer, if you need one, is never a bad investment because it's not like I'm not going to use it, you know. And it will make it a lot easier to do, like, because even just other things like get really janky, like if I'm trying to work in Unity or something, it gets so janky when you have too much, like it'll be so much nicer, I'm sure, like I don't even, because I some things I kind of just assume that Unity is like really clunky with, but it might not be, it probably is just like kind of a lot for my computer. So um because, like, I ask a lot of my computer, video editing, game development, VTubing, video games, lots of stuff. It's tasked with many things. So, some of them at the same time. Um, so I think it'll be nice to, you know, get a better computer. I feel like I will see better stuff from it. So, yeah, that's what I figured. And I had a feeling that yeah, the 480 is gonna be good. Yeah. I had a feeling that a lot of the games that I was having issues with, between the game and my VTuber model, my model lagged, and I don't know if it's a CPU issue, but I was just getting the vibe that it felt like a graphics issue. It might not be, but it I didn't I don't know. I don't think it was a CPU issue. I feel like it was a graphics issue. Um And so yeah, so I think the upgrading the GPU will be very good. And upgrading the CPU too, just to make sure that it can handle it. So um the big difference, big difference. And yeah, and then I did not upgrade the storage. Still just 1 terabyte because adding a second terabyte would add $300 to the cost when I can just buy a terabyte external for 100. So it's not worth it just to pay 300. No, thank you. Most of the stuff I have clogging up my storage can go on an external, which will be even easier to do when I move things over to a new computer. So yeah, that'll I can just like, kind of reorganize my storage. So does it have a secondary M2 slot? I think one of them I was looking at does. I think this one does. Um, but I'm not sure. I forget. But that would be good too. Could also do that. But I don't know if that's going that route is worth the price or not. I don't know. But yeah, it seemed really nice. It seemed really nice. So but it was also very expensive. It was very expensive. here I am being like, "Oh, I want this stuff for stream, this art, new background and things. That'll be a couple $100. I don't know if I can afford that." And then like I'm dropping a hell of a lot more than that on a new computer. But a new computer like as an investment is way better than a new stream background. So it'll be inexpensive to buy another 1 terabyte for it. So, oh really? Okay, I'll check in. I don't think I quite looked on using that. But yeah, for now I think it's fine. I think I just need to like reorganize my storage more and I probably have a lot of stuff on here. I think a big issue I had was The Sims. Um because I kept trying to move it over to my external, but it wouldn't. It kept like trying to reinstall on like the native hard drive and I'm like, don't do that. But it kept doing that. Even when I played it off of my external, it would still feel the need to re-download on the native hard drive. And I was like, okay, that's frustrating. So I think maybe if I just because I think it had already some install parts still in the system. So I think if I just re-download it, but re-download it straight to the external should be cleaner. So because I think I just must not have been wiping enough stuff of it on my computer. So we'll see. But that'll be another huge bit because The Sims is like with all the expansions and stuff, it's pretty big. It's pretty big. And I think that'll free up a lot of space. Um so yeah, and I should have enough space, I think, on my external for it. So but yeah, hopefully it'll be good. Hopefully it'll be worth the investment. That's like just my concern is I hope it's worth the investment because it was very expensive, but I felt like it would be good to invest because like I would be so happy. I would be such a happy little streamer if I could stream like Marvel Rivals and like because even though Marvel Rivals kind of sucks, it'll be better if I play it with stream, like in chat and stuff. I think it'll be better. It'll be better. It'll make it feel like I don't know less bad. And like I want to play Medieval Dynasty so bad and like so many other games and I'm looking through and I keep looking through my Steam library. I'm like I don't think I can play that game. I don't think I couldn't even play the new Chilla's Art game without it lagging. Over 100 expansions. I mean, yeah, well, it doesn't have over 100 expansion packs, but there's also, it has like maybe 20 expansion packs, but then there's also game packs, stuff packs, and kits. Now, maybe between all of those, possibly over 100, but not expansion packs alone. We don't have quite that many. But yeah. So, but yeah, it'll definitely be really good to move it over. Yeah, I don't own all of it, but like I own a lot. I own a lot of it. I always recommend using an SSD or NVMe for it, since some newer games aren't optimized for hard drives. Ah, okay, I see. I see. That makes sense. That makes sense. Um, Although something like Marvel Rivals, I already have on my external SSD. So that that's not the issue. But it might run smoother on. Well, I still would. I think I'd still want to put it on an external. Or I'd probably keep it on my external drive that I have. But but yeah, for a lot of them, I don't know that was the issue, but they might run better. Yeah, and this computer does have it is SSD on the drive that it comes with. So that'll be an upgrade too, and upgrades all around. Yes. Yeah, I guess technically, yeah, everything, pretty much everything is a little bit upgraded. So, I don't know about the screen though. I don't really pay attention to that so much because I don't necessarily like care a lot about like refresh rates and stuff. My current computer, the sticker on it tells me it has 144 hertz. Um, I don't know, but I don't particularly care a lot. So we'll see. Monitor wise, I don't really know about that, but yeah, so I'm excited. I'm excited. Like I think it'll be good. I think it's one of those things where I don't realize how much more like free I'll feel and comfortable I'll feel once I get an upgrade. I don't think I realize how much this computer's holding me back, I guess. Um And give me room to grow into, right? Right now I'm like in shoes that are a little too tight. And I think I don't quite realize until I get better things that fit. And like I have some room to maneuver, which you don't want in shoes, but like and I don't know, in like a living space, right? It's like getting a bigger apartment or something. I don't know. Um, but I'm excited. I'm excited. I think it'll be good. Hopefully. Better be worth it. It just needs to be worth it, right? But also means it needs to be good in order to be worth it. But like, yeah, I literally couldn't play the new Chillizar game. I mean, I could, but my model lagged the whole time. Going from 2060 to a 470 was a huge upgrade. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably a bigger upgrade than the one I'm doing. But still pretty big. Yeah, I don't know what I had before this. Um, I think I might have not used on my last computer. I think I used Radeon, not NVIDIA. So I don't really know how they compared exactly. But yeah, this will be good. So hopefully maybe I can get stuff set up by Saturday stream. So Spooky Saturday will be super exciting. Maybe I can try to play one of the games that I couldn't play before. What is the one that I really wanted to play? But Doll Imposter. Maybe we can play Doll Imposter for Spooky Saturday because I couldn't play that one before. But maybe now I can. Maybe. But yeah, I was looking through like uh oh yeah, even like Pacific Drive, I was like a little worried about playing because I'm like, I don't know if my computer can handle it. I was like kind of backing off of that. Uh but But yeah, I think this will be good because like now I won't have to worry. I can probably play like any game in my library. So, um, yeah, it's I'm excited, a little nervous, but excited. Have to make sure I get everything moved over, but it should be fine. So hopefully by Saturday stream I have everything set up. If I get it on Friday and I just like uh kind of lock in on Friday and Saturday, which you do when you get a new computer because you're super excited. I should have stuff set up for Spooky Saturday, and then we'll see. We'll see. Um okay. And I was kind of worried for a second. I was like, "Oh, do I need to recalibrate the like tracking and stuff for my VTuber model?" Oh no. But I won't because it's just a file. It's a calibration that you load. So I should just be able to transfer it over and just boot up that calibration as usual. So that should work, I think. As long as I make sure everything's stored properly. That's the downside. I need to be careful about watching the folder names. Um, I think, but that aside, it should be fine. So anyway, let's get into playing our game. We are playing Murders on the Yangtze River today, continuing to play. Luckily, not a very intense game. So, like I said, my computer's a little janky, but well, thank you for the follow, Inake. Or Inakai, is that how you pronounce it? Thank you for following. We're getting really close to my next goal for 150 followers. We're like, I don't know, just a handful away. Well, more than a little handful, but it's pretty close. I think before stream, I got on and like Twitch is like, oh, you're this percent to your goal. Is that Ina? Um, but the Twitch was like, you're 91% of the way to your goal, and I'm like, wow, that's like an A minus. Ina, okay, sounds good, sounds good. Um, welcome. But yeah, 91, probably over 91% now. I don't know. Let's see. What percent? What percent is it gonna tell me? No, it's not gonna tell me. It's gonna tell me some fun facts about my emotes right now. But I'm a certain percentage, a certain percent, away from our goal of 150 followers. Very exciting. Very exciting. And I'm like one away. from, at least as of earlier, one away from 300 on YouTube, which I've been waiting for a while. Oops, I forgot to switch over this thing. Oh, I don't want that. Oops. All right. We're not playing Cleaning Redville. We're playing this game title in Chinese that I don't know, but presumably is the name of the game. Okay. Yep. Okay. Should be good now. Okay. Hopefully the volume's all right. I actually think it might be a little bit off. Let me try that. It's one of those things. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Continue. Definitely waiting for Saturday stream. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Okay. Which I guess this one. It looks like the picture, though it doesn't. Well, this was the last number. Okay. Whoa, it's crazy that our saves are like. I guess it's a different guard. My bad. I was like, wow, they look kind of similar, but they actually don't really. It's like a spot the difference picture, right? Like this is a sidewalk, but this is like a whole little patio area. This is a different door. This is a different door. This is a different guard. This is a different guard. But okay. This is the one we want because it's the latest in the time. Yeah. Confirm. Lady in the wardrobe. So we came in here and we found a dead lady in the wardrobe and we were like, Afu. Okay. Let me see here. Yeah, I think it's fine. Alright. What were we doing? I don't remember what happened last. We looked at the scene, and then I think we stopped looking at the scene. Something like that. Keep off the scene of murder. Let's talk to Tim. Did we already ask these? Yeah, we did. Okay. Cool. I don't remember what he said. We could ask again and review, but I'm not going to. Right. Let's look at F. Okay, okay. We have some things here. Reappearance of the rice cake. Right. The murder's method seems to be similar to the one in the Lopez case. Do the crumbs on her mouth suggest that she had also eaten the rice cake? In theory, that's correct. It seems the methods in both cases are similar. First, incapacitation, then the killing? Her hands show clear signs of defensive wounds, indicating she struggled before death. This is different from Lopez's situation. Oh, really? Does that mean she didn't actually eat the rice cake? Or the rice cake she ate didn't contain any knockout drugs? Or she was strangled after regaining consciousness? Both possibilities are plausible. Didn't he say 3? Not both. At least, the victim was not strangled while in a state of unconsciousness. The role of the rice cake in the case needs further investigation. Okay. What is the murder weapon? Strangulation, evenly distributed with 2 vertical lines. Or it was like a bar, right? Shen, these vertical marks look like some sort of decorative pattern on a rod. Or the rod? Question mark? Was that a question? What kind of rod would have such vertical marks on it? Oh, I like that little shake of the head. It's nice. I can't think of anything right now either. During the investigation, we need to pay special attention. No murder weapon at the scene. Oh, there was more words. Could this be the reason for the victim's murder? Does it say more things? No, I didn't read what he said. He said, Shen, do you have a particular symbol at the something something? Okay. Yes, I noticed it too. For now, we are still not sure what it represents. We need to find more clues. Okay, there's a particular... Why does it not tell me that until the very end? It doesn't give me enough time to read it. Maybe it's enough time to read it when it's written in, like, Chinese. Person must have a significant connection to the case. Crime scene cleaner. Right, because there's dust on the floor. Or something. Shen, how do we locate the person who cleaned up the scene? Let's visit the town and inquire. There might be valuable information. Oh, sass with the fan. The buns were delivered to Lo Shihuan at 7:45 a.m. And soldier arrived to guard the door 2 hours before, which is at noon. The suspect must have entered and left the house during this time period. Oh god, look at his eyes. I don't know why he's so sassy and sultry. Look at that. During the daytime, there is also a higher probability of witnesses. 27 and 1300, okay. Liu Picheng's social relationships. Why was she crying so sorrowfully last night, and why was she killed? Yeah. Shen, during our inquiries in the town, is it necessary for us to focus on understanding Ms. Liu's personal relationships as well? You're right. That is a good starting point. Golden Words Publishing House and Yangtze, and Ms. Liu doesn't seem to be a local, is in Yangtze, and Ms. Liu doesn't seem to be a local person either. Or a local person either. I don't know why I emphasized person. Our interpersonal relationships here should be relatively simple. There is a chance to find someone with a motive for murder. Okay, sure. Alright. A little bit of a refresher for us, I guess. Who is this man? Tap tap. Look at him, is he dancing? Dude, look at him dancing. Look at him dancing. Tap tap tap. Kick, kick, kick. Turn to your right. Turn to your left. Tap tap tap. Kick, kick, kick. Turn to your right. Turn to your left. Tap tap tap. Kick, kick, kick. So cute. These characters are so cute. So cute. Old Scholar, how you doing, buddy? Sir. He got moves, yeah, exactly. Alas, is he a scholar or is he a dancer? Old Scholar, but he can party like the youngins. Alas, my heart is burdened with sorrow and worry. Sir, have you seen any suspicious individuals around here? I lament that my heart's desire remained unfulfilled. I have no words to express my sorrow. He was sad dancing. Oh no! It's true. Oh, sad dancing. Sometimes you just gotta dance the sads away. Shen, it seems like I didn't quite understand. What? What's wrong with this boy? I think we got a faulty one. Can we get a new boy, please? Sir said he is troubled by something, and he is not in the mood to talk until he solves it. Sir, what has been troubling you? I am sad and worried, as if a thorn is stuck in my throat. I look up at the roof and sigh, alas. Oh, do you need that paper? We can climb up. Oh, but we're missing a rung on the ladder. This is just like in... I don't know, I can think of a Schoolboy Runaway right now, but like, I'm sure there's other games. Huh? Looking up at the roof and sighing? Is your trouble related to the eaves? Okay, sure. Ain't dropping no eaves, sir. Okay. It's my admission ticket on the thatched eaves. Wind bullies me because I seem old and weak. Buddy, I don't know that the wind is targeting you. Sometimes old people get a little, like, paranoid, a little conspiracy theory. I think the wind just does that to everyone. I think your grip is just a little weak and you just like, whoops, and it blew away. I don't think the wind is bullying you in particular. I'm sorry that you seem personally victimized, but you aren't. It just happens. It's just called the wind. Honestly, you're old. You should know that by now, but you know, it's fine. What the old scholar meant to say is, the wind swept his admission ticket onto the roof. What are you talking about, Afu? That's exactly what he's saying. Is there something in the, like, Chinese here, I wonder, that, like, makes this hard to understand? Is he, like, speaking, like, in very archaic words or something like that? Fair, if you were in his shoes, you would also say the wind had something against you. I mean, maybe. That's true. That's true. That's true. He's just he was just being cute. He's so cute, this old guy. What's his name? We've been calling him Old Scholar, right? Doesn't he have a name? Who knows? Why can't Afu understand anything he says, though? I think this is like a translation issue. You learn fast. Oh, Shen, it seems that you have started talking in his way. We literally just said you learn fast. Is this a different dialect, or is it like archaic words or something? Like, what is this? They're not... I feel like the translation is leaving something to be desired here. Just a joke. Sir, we will find a way to help you get your admission ticket back. After that, could you please tell us what you have seen in the vicinity? Yeah, definitely a translation thing. I don't know what it is, though. Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, sometimes you can tell it's, like, an accent, but I don't know if it's, like, a dialect he's speaking, or if it's, like, the language is just old, or he's a scholar, so maybe he's just speaking, like, very educated register? Like, I'm really just not sure. I'll repay you for your great kindness. Okay, thanks. My heart is filled... Aww, his heart is filled with sorrow. Poor buddy. I feel so bad for him. What is this? Okay. Afu, there's a ladder here, but it's already damaged. Already damaged? What do you mean? Were we going to damage it? That's a weird way to put it. If only I had brought my invention, the robot hand, I could easily grab things within reach. Oh, buddy. I'm not even gonna... Long-distance water cannot quench immediate thirst, my brilliant inventor. Well, it is more practical to repair the ladder. The ladder is missing a crossbeam. We need to find suitable materials to replace it. Okay. Hey, can we use your stick? Can we use your stick? Let's stick it. Can I just break it in half? Wait, your cane! Sir! Do you need that cane? Oh my gosh! It was so nice yesterday. There's this old lady who lives in my building, I think. Or, I don't know, she's sometimes in my building. And like a few weeks ago, or like a month ago or two, I don't know, time is weird. So, I came home from work and, you know, she was like outside and she was like, girl, can you help me? And I'm like, hi, you know, and she's like really old. She's like in her 80s, I think. Judging by like what my grandmother looked like. she I think she's in her 80s. And she's like mid 80s maybe. And she's like, oh, can you help me? You know, she has like, I don't know, like a gummy kind of mouth, you know, in the way she talks and stuff. And she has like a face that's like cakey with makeup, you know, but you know, in like a nice way, you know, like that old lady putting in the work and looking good. And you know, and she's like, can you help me? And I'm like, yeah, okay, what? And she's like, I need to get to the parking lot. And I'm like, okay, what? and like, I don't know how to get into the parking garage from there in my building. Cause like, I usually like, well, I take the elevator, right? And I was like, oh, well, there's an elevator right there. And she's like, no, over there. And I'm like, well, but can't we just take the elevator? I don't know why she wants to go like around the outside and, you know, and get into the parking, you know, down the basement, like around the outside. And I'm like, I don't understand. And like I don't know how to get into the parking out there. Like I don't know that direction. I don't know that the door is down there, that direction, like if my key works. I don't know. And so I'm like, okay. You know, and I was like kind of confused on what she wanted. And then like but then another lady came down and was like, "Oh, I'll help you. Here, you know." And I kind of thought that this old lady, like, you know, like went with the younger lady, and like younger lady might have been like, I don't know, in her like 40s or something. And I was like, maybe they go together, like maybe that's her daughter or something, right? And she's like, "Oh, mom, stop talking to the, you know, random people to help you. I'm coming, you know." Like I thought maybe she, you know, has like a little bit of dementia or something and she was confused. But maybe that wasn't the case. But anyway, but yesterday I came home and that lady was there again. And I was like, and she's like, "Can you help me get to the well," and actually last time she was also like, I was like, I didn't understand, and I was like, "Okay, well," and she was like, "No, no, no, you just go on, you just go on." I think because I was like bringing something in, and I was like, "Can I just drop this off first?" And she's like, "Yeah, well, don't even bother, just go." And I'm like, "What?" But and then another person came out. But then this time she you know, like actually like was like, can you help me, like, you know, whatever. And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." I actually got some food and I was actually bringing that back, and so I was like, okay, well, my food's gonna get cold, but like that's okay. And it was actually, she wanted to go to the parking garage of like nearby, right, like across the road and down a little bit, like a little bit ways from my apartment. But like she couldn't get there because like it was hard for her to walk, so she needed to like hold on to my arm. And she had the stairs fine because she could hold the railing, but like the rest of the bits that are like flat parts she needed to hold onto my arm for, and we kind of shuffled along. And she didn't have like a good enough grip like on my arm, so she just kind of like, you know, like clutched at the sleeve of my sweater rather than at my arm. And I'm like, I guess, I mean, if you fall, that won't catch you. You know, I don't know what's gonna happen, but apparently it was enough. She just needed, you know, some slight steadying, I guess. But because I held out my arm for her to, like, you know, properly hold, you know, like gentlemen do. But she didn't. She just like grabbed my upper arm sleeve and just clutched the fabric, and I'm like, okay, if that's what you want. But it was really cool because I finally got to help an old lady across the road, you know, like they do in, I don't know, movies or whatever, you know, I don't know, you know, in the fictionalized versions of life. Like, how often do you get the chance to help an old lady across the road? I never had that opportunity before. I don't think. I might have forgotten about it. But I did now, and I remember it. So yeah, but also now I know where it is she's trying to go, so I can help her when I see her the next time and she needs someone to walk her there. So hooray. That was kind of it was just kind of nice. So I got to feel like accomplished because I was like, you know, I did it. Achievement unlocked. Okay. We need to find this thing now. What are we doing? Oh, right, this man's cane. That's why I got that story. Okay. Yeah. We help the old lady. Oh, you have a stick. I don't know. I want to go out. This way is the foresty area, right? What if there's a stick out here? Oh, this guy is our stick. Shen, bamboo can be used to repair the ladder. Uncle, we are detectives helping investigate cases. Sure we are. I'd roll my eyes at that off if I didn't know that if I wasn't one of the detectives that we're talking about here, but can you cut off a section of bamboo for us? We can use it as the beam of the ladder. As beam? The ladder beam. Oh, okay, alright. I heard Master Lo was murdered by his nephew? You also heard about this. What a terrible thing! Lo Shihuen was incredibly lazy, loafing around all day, and relied solely on his uncle. It's unbelievable that he would kill his own uncle. It's a shame that someone as talented as Master Lo had to come to such a tragic end. Yep. Thank you for your stick. Here you go, a section of bamboo long enough to be used for bean. Thank you. Thank you. It's a beam. Why do I let you talk to people? Why do I let you talk to people? Why don't I just do all the talking? You just stand back there and look pretty? Anyway, let's go. Here's a beam for our ladder. I can handle that. Sure you can. That, it grew in size. That was smaller when... Why not just flip the ladder over? I don't know that it'll still be tall enough to reach this, though. Like, because they can only stand on this rung then. Right? And that's like 1, 2, 3... Fourth rung down. 1, 2, 3, 4. They might be able to reach it. I don't know. The visuals looks a little weird here, because this is also farther back. You know, it's farther up and farther back on the Z and Y axes, right? So, it might be a stretch to reach. It's done! Afu climbed onto the roof. Wow. We're not getting that animation. Weird. Okay. It seems that the paper on the roof isn't the admission ticket. Oh no! This poor old man! You already knew it, Shen. What is it? 4 books annotations. It looks like the cover of a book. It is a book, but perhaps not a very good one. It is a cheating tool. How should we explain this to the old scholar? I have searched around on the roof, but there is only this piece of paper. Show it to him first. What? Oh, did he lie? Is he actually cheating? And did he lie to us and say it was an admission ticket? I don't know. Let's look if we have it up in our tabs, though. We have some more information. Oh, what are these characters? Oh, we do have more characters. Oh, I think we already looked at these. No, we didn't. Imperial claims to have witnessed the scene. Okay. He's taking Imperial examination still. Speaks with a heavy accent, seems to be a bit hard of hearing. Coroner. Dead lady. Okay. Oh, over here. Over here. Right. Our glossary. Let's read about things. Oh, we know what an admissions ticket is. It's the thing that all of the anime people drop on when they go to take their high school entrance exams, and it's snowing and or raining or something, and they drop it, and then they're like, oh no, but someone finds it for them, and then they meet up with that person again once they both get into their high school they were trying to get into, and yeah, and then the story, but one of them doesn't remember the other one, and the other one though remembers. The main character usually doesn't remember, and the other one is like, I remember you, and I fell in love with you when I picked up your admission ticket for you. And they're like, oh my god, wow, I can't believe that was you. I didn't even think about that. For years, they say, when they're like, you know, third years, right? Right? That's how it happens. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, in this case, an admission ticket is used in ancient imperial examinations. It contains information such as the candidate's name and seat number. When candidates submit their exam papers, they must peel off the admission ticket to keep for comparison when the results are announced. The admission ticket often includes additional information such as the candidate's height, facial features, and birthmarks, which facilitate the examiners in verifying the candidate's identity through visual characteristics. Man. I mean, I guess we have photos, but crazy if they would, like, actually list, like, birthmarks and stuff. 4 books annotations. This book is a unique cheating tool for the imperial examination in the Qing dynasty, which was only 1/14 the size of a traditional bound book. Oh. Oh, wait, but do they put it in another book then? However, oh, so it's just smaller. Like that's the deal. Okay, it's just very small. However, it contained the complete text of the Great Learning, the Doctrine of the Mean, and the Analects of Confucius, as well as detailed annotations by prominent scholars from the Song dynasty. The characters were extremely small, resembling the size of a mosquito's head. How big is a mosquito's head? Yeah, it's like an ID. The admissions ticket, yeah. Essentially, I guess. It's a ticket, but also very personalized. Seems like. Resembling the size of a mosquito's head, yet the strokes were remarkably clear. It has been recognized by the Guinness World Records as the ancient book with the smallest size and text among over 100,000 kinds of ancient books existing in China. Okay. Wow. I'm sure they should be thrilled that they made a Guinness World Record. Guinness World Record holders right here in ancient China. Wait. Okay, I've talked about this before. Okay. This is racist. Which a lot of people don't know. Alright, so it is from ancient China, right? Ancient books existing in China. This was in use from 1636 to 1912. In the Western world, we do not consider this time period ancient, right? We wouldn't say that. We don't say the Salem witch trials are ancient. We don't say Shakespeare is ancient, and he predates this, right? So he died like 20 years before this. Well, 15 to 20 years before this, right? And we don't consider him ancient. You know, we consider him old, like oldie English, but we don't consider him ancient. And like 1600s is not ancient. 1700s not ancient. Colonial America is not ancient. It's early modern, but it's not ancient. But however, as soon as we place it in some other culture that's not Western, if we look at Africa, if we look at Asia, all of a sudden it's ancient. Or even the Americas, but not the white parts of the Americas, right? Everyone calls it ancient, right? They look at the Aztecs and they go, ancient. Maya, ancient. But they're not. They're just medieval. They're from the medieval time period, from the Renaissance. The Aztec are from the Renaissance, and the Maya are from the medieval time period. But we don't call that ancient when it comes to Europe, you know? And the same thing here. Well, the Qing Dynasty, it's an ancient book from the Qing Dynasty. The Qing Dynasty is not ancient. These are the dates. Look at that. And the only reason people do it is because they are so white-centered, they view that other things are lesser. They look at this stuff and this stuff, and they say, oh, how primitive. And they feel that it must be ancient because it's not westernized yet, right? Western is equated with modern, but that is completely, like, bad to do. Like, I don't know. It is just racist. And people don't quite understand that. So just to call it out, shouldn't be. If I don't know if this is a Guinness, if that is what the Guinness Book of World Records classifies it as. It's the ancient book with the smallest size and text among over 100,000 kinds of ancient books existing in China. If it's like ancient book with smallest size ancient book or something like that, that is inappropriate. Because it's not ancient. The books in it might be like, I'm less familiar with these others. The Analects of Confucius go back to like what, 500, something like that, BCE. I forget the exact dates of Confucius offhand, but somewhere around in there. So like, you know, quite old. Confucius quite old, from like the Warring States period, something like that. But yeah, so, you know, anyway, that's just not, I don't know if this is a Guinness issue or if this is a this game issue, a translation issue with the game. But yeah, not ancient. This is not an ancient time period. Not ancient. Anyway, it's a book with all of the text so they can peep at it while they're taking the test. Cheater. Is this your cheating book, buddy? Is this your cheating book? Hi. What are you cheating for, old man? Time is very confusing when stuff gets put into perspective. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, and the thing is, it shouldn't be. It's because, like, we get fed these, like, subconscious ideas of things that are exotic, and foreign are lesser developed, right? And or at least things that are originally that way, right? Like, obviously, like, Samsung isn't like primitive technology, but, like, you know, but things that are traditionally Korean are, you know. So, like, and I mean, or at least are viewed that way. I don't mean that they are, but, you know, but they're viewed that way. And that isn't because we don't view the same about traditional things of the 1800s, right? We're not going to look at a clock and say, oh, well, that's ancient, you know, but we'll look at, like, I don't know, like, mahjong and say it's ancient. Mahjong is from the 1880s, or like a martial art that was developed in, like, some of them are like from the 1910s, right? And we're like, ooh, ancient. No, not at all. Cars are older. The Model T Ford is older than some of these martial arts that people consider ancient. Like, no. But yeah, it's like, it's because we just have this view of the Western world equating modernity with that. And I wish it would, like, we would be able to work towards breaking that down. Mammoths were still around during ancient Egyptian times. Yeah, I think the overlap is slight, though. The overlap is slight. But, like, yeah, one of the others that I always say is Cleopatra lived closer to our time than she did to the building of the pyramids, which is interesting. But we'll be like, oh yeah, Cleopatra and the pyramids, same stuff. And it's like, actually, if you, like, zoom out in time, like, wait for, like, another 100,000 years, and you look, well, I guess 100,000 years, we'd be also the same time pyramid as the building of the pyramids. But, like, give it, like, you know, another, like, I don't know, 6,000 years, and they would be equating Cleopatra with us rather than the pyramid builders. Or though maybe not, because Cleopatra was still largely Egyptian, an Egyptian culture, because even though the Greeks took over Egypt, they adopted Egyptian culture, but the traditional culture stayed the same. So it was still a development of the earlier Egyptian culture. Probably different, but, you know, still the same sort. But now it is Arab culture. So they don't speak Egyptian, for instance, anymore, and it's, their religion is different. So maybe they would consider the, like, division somewhere, well, probably during the Arab conquest of Egypt is probably where they would divide. And our time period would be, you know, considered a different time period, right? But yeah, the Cleopatra one is kind of crazy, yeah. But what else? Like 7,000 years ago, the Sahara, the entire Sahara Desert was grassland. There was a little ice age in the medieval time periods, in the Renaissance, where temperatures in Europe were significantly colder, and the polar caps were, like, significantly farther south over Europe. Yeah, so many different things that people don't always. Time is weird. Time is weird. Time is weird even when it's, like, literally, like, January felt so long. As a month, January felt like a long time. But also, it's like, people were talking about recently, like, the fires started, like, today. They started today, 4 weeks ago. And it's like, wow, it's already been a month since the fires started. But at the same time, it's like, January was such a long month. But also, it's like, wow, that was already a month ago type of thing. Like, October felt like it lasted 3 months. I don't know if I felt like that with October, but January definitely felt like an entire year. January was something. January was definitely something. But Yeah, October. I just streamed a lot in October because it was spooky season. So I streamed like every day. So I don't know if I had time to really think. It kind of felt like a blur. Um, but yeah, just go by really fast. Sometimes really short. And then when you back up and you look at a whole millennium, it's like it goes by really fast or really short. But yeah, it's kind of important to kind of recognize what is contemporary with other things. What was going on while other things was going on is kind of important. I think, you know, and usually people talk about it like just for fun. Oh, this was happening at the same time as this. And it's like, no, it's not just a just for fun thing. It's actually really important to know so you can understand, like, you know, and not make weird judgment calls, essentially. Judgment evaluations about time periods and stuff like that. Because again, like, this game makes it seem like, ooh, ancient. And in some ways I kind of like Afu's outfit, because like his outfit is the real only thing that puts this in a proper time frame. From like a Western perspective. Because like from a Western perspective, you look at this and go, this is ancient China. Not this is the 1890s or whatever it is. And like Afu here though, this and to a certain extent this is very steampunk, right? This is the Qing Dynasty. This is like literally 1890s, right? Because post Sherlock Holmes. So this is like 1890s, maybe the like 1900s. But like no earlier than the 1890s, than 1890. But like Afu though, we get steampunk from this, right? This is not like ancient. This getup is not an ancient getup. This is a steampunk outfit. He's gonna get in his airship and fly off. Like, he's gonna meet up with like Milo Thatch and go find Atlantis, right? Like, look at that. They shop at the same store, I think. But who else is it kind of like? I'm trying to think of other people who have like stuff like this, but yeah. But everyone else, I don't know that we would necessarily get that impression. The glasses on this guy feel more modern on Shen. But for the most part, not a lot here is like kind of coded as modern from a Western perspective. Besides Afu's outfit. And that gets us a little bit of perspective here. But otherwise, like, it feels very ancient. But okay, is this what you wanted? Your cheating book? Please take a closer look. This is the fort. Oh, it indeed belongs to me. Thank you, gentlemen. You're welcome. Just help us with our investigation. Go ahead, go ahead. A dead body was found at Lowe's house. Did you see anyone suspicious in or out this morning? This is a big matter indeed. I've got it. If it's a murder case, that man seems highly suspicious. The old scholar's a witness. That's great. Whoa, 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 oh my god. Goodbye, dead body. Goodbye. Not every day you just see a corpse go jogging by. Was it I'm assuming it was a corpse because the face was covered. No one's been injured, right? What happened? Please provide more details about him. He has a snake's head and rat's eyes, holding a weapon and carrying a box. He must be the murderer. Okay, now I don't know what he's talking about. I dare not speak without certainty, but I know that this object resembles an iron club. Resembling an iron club? Then it is indeed possible to be the murder weapon. If you two apprehend the murderer successfully, I will go to the court to identify him. Ha! All right. Since it is finished, young man, could you help me take a look at the list? See the list? Sir, are you mistaken? This is not an admission ticket, but the cover of the 4 book's annotations. What? What? It's not my admission ticket? Alas, my admission ticket must have been left at home. Aw. The scholar may have poor eyesight, but he walks quite steadily and fast. Oh, speedy buddy. What's he have a cane for, then? That's suspicious. Is he the killer? What if he's the killer? Because he had a cane that could be used to... Although it didn't look like it had the 2 little marks, you know? There's 2 little marks. Hello, gate soldier. Okay, this is the courtroom. Thanks. No admittance. Got it. Hey, buddy. Bookseller, tell me who bought that book. Tell me more about him. I need to hear more about him. Why do you have a book on your head? I'm a little confused. Young lad, this is incredible. A ray of enlightenment is bursting from your eyes. You are truly a natural genius in reasoning. Who, Afu? Did I really have such remarkable talent all along? Indeed, I, Hu Lao Kuai, have never misjudged anyone's abilities. If we could unlock the reasoning pathway in your mind, imagine the heights you could reach. How can I unlock the pathway to reasoning? Oh god. He's I don't know what this is gonna take, but he's gonna do one of the self-help courses. You're lucky that I just opened my stall today and you happened to come by. Read 10 detective novels from my stall and you'll become the reincarnated Master Lo II. Mr. Hu, we are investigating the murder at Lo Shihuan's house. May I ask you some questions? Sure, go ahead. Let's start with something easy. Detective novels. Mr. Hu, you haven't told me how to unlock my pathway to reasoning yet. I selected a set of books for you. Once you finish them, you'll become a master of reasoning. You can start with these detective novels. Once you have gained some experience, you can start reading Sherlock Holmes. Save Master Lo's books for later, as they are more advanced and require deeper understanding. Remember, it's not enough to just read once. You must read attentively, closely, and repeatedly. Oh, so not buy more books, just read the same book over and over again. Interesting strategy for a guy with a book on his head. As long as I read all of them, will I become a detective as skilled as Shen? Of course, I, Hu Laokuai, never lie. I'm sure you don't. Sell books outside the court if I lied? Yes. That's probably why you're here, just so that you can say this. Soldiers from the court often buy books from me. Each of them has a copy of Master Lo's book. Especially Officer Ma. He buys at least 10 copies whenever Master Lo releases a new book. I bet he does. He's such a fanboy. Otherwise, could he become the sergeant? Yeah, I think he could do it on his own. I don't think it was detective books that did it. Okay, let's talk about Lo Shihuan. What do you know about Lo Shihuan? Humph, that ungrateful brat is truly the biggest mistake in Master Lo's life. Master Lo just spoiled him too much. That's why... What do you mean by that? He is completely dependent on Master Lo for his livelihood, yet he spoke evil of Master Lo. He seems like he feels Master Lo owes him something. Is it because he thought that Master Lo's works were written by him? Just a few days ago, he even claimed that Master Lo would put his name on the novel. He doesn't deserve it. What was Master Lo's reaction to this? Master Lo simply smiled it off. Is it possible that Lo Shihuan was telling the truth? Young lad, you have no idea what he could write. Once, he bragged near my bookstall. I couldn't stand it, so I let him write something. He struggled to write even a few words for a long time, and eventually he went into a fit. Sure, go ahead. Oh, I'm about to ask questions. Okay. Let's talk about Liu Pichang. Or Pichong, I think is how. Chong? I think. Pichong? Liu Pichong. Do you know Liu Pichong? Are you referring to Ms. Liu, the editor of Golden Words Publishing House? Master Lo's achievements today are largely due to Miss Liu's insight. I still have her business card. Thanks. Business card reading Liu Pichong, editor of Golden Words Publishing House, with a stamped seal stamped on it. Okay, what are we supposed to do with this? She's dead. Tried to look something up out of curiosity and your phone seemed to think you would crash. Oh no. Oh no. Man, I don't know. Well, actually, hold on a second here. We'll look. I want to look something up real quick. Nope. Never mind. I was like, my computer's having issues too. Maybe Mercury is at retrograde, but it's not. Astrology for you, everyone. Doesn't hold out. Did Miss Liu know many people in town? Has she ever had conflicts with anyone? I'm not sure about that. After all, I'm just the bookseller. Okay, I think we asked you all the questions that we could possibly ask you in the world. Okay, thanks, buddy. Look at him there. Look at him. Want to look at him. What's a star? Oh, you want to look at a specific dynasty to see if it was the one in the game? Well, can't do that. Bam, no, can't learn things. Can't learn things. It's bad to learn things. But okay, sorry, I want to get rid of these notifications. Okay. Anyway, let's go. Okay. Sir Mr. Lo has passed away. Alas, my heart breaks. Oh, look at those people. I love listening to his stories the most. Who are you? Blacksmith. Ooh, tell us about, like, yeah, the club or whatever or something that did the strangulation. Oh, really? What? Oh, really? Chong Ta, this is the detective, Mr. Shen, that I mentioned. Oh yeah, you were hanging out with the blacksmith, weren't you? Shen, this is the blacksmith Chong Ta. He's highly skilled in ironwork. Chong Ta, I would appreciate your help with the boat repair parts. You're welcome. Oh, I appreciate your help, okay. Chong Ta, are we looking into the murder case? We are looking into the murder case at Lo's house. Could we ask you some questions? Oh. Go ahead. Okay. About the weapon. I wonder if you've seen a rod with such vertical stripes, Chong Ta? Rod. Not a clue. Vertical stripes. Looks familiar. Please tell us right now. What is this pattern? Vertical stripes. Definitely seen them before. Can't remember right now. Of course. What was that? Well, Chong Ta. Last night, when you were making the parts for me, I came across a small booklet. The booklet had many illustrations of various weapons. Ironwork manual. Take it. Oh, he's super nice. Not a man of many words, but super nice. Thank you, Chong Ta. A manual used by the blacksmith for crafting tools, also noting customer information and requirements. What? He's just leaking all his customers' information? Wow. Afu, you and the blacksmith are like super close. Yeah, I like his vibes. He seems pretty good. Hopefully he's not the killer. Shen, the recent orders and blueprints of the blacksmith are all here. It also has the customer's information. Can Chong Ta, the blacksmith, write? I heard from Chong Ta he came from a rich family and even attended a private school for a few years. Later, his father smoked opium. He couldn't afford schooling and learned from a blacksmith. Huh. Well, let's see what's inside. This could be it. Maybe. The old bamboo dealer requested to reinforce the handle of the bamboo cutting knife. Oh, what am I supposed to click over here? Okay. Oh, that's confusing. You click on the right and it turns to the left. And you click on the left and it turns to the right. So the arrows are still like Western directions for reading, but the actual book is read like from right to left. Kind of. Like, put the arrows that direction then, man. I don't know. Judge Chang planned to gift an oxtail sword, adding 2 copper rings and cloud engravings. That doesn't quite look right. Let's see, what about this one? Well, I mean, no, I guess maybe not. Oops. Forgot that you click on the right to go left. Oh, this definitely isn't it. Mr. Cow requested adding a rolling axis on a rolling pin to make dough rolling easier. Okay. Lo Pei wanted to order a sharp, short dagger for self-defense. One stuck in his chest. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Okay. And now, Ma brought his arm guards for improvement. Chung Ta suggested adding vertical straps. Yeah, that's not it. This ain't it either. Judge Chang ordered an improved hoe to boost farming efficiency. Okay. Also not it. The following pages are all about choppers, farm tools, and so on. Nothing special. Okay. I mean, I guess the closest thing would be this. She planned to gift it to who? Chengta, do you know anything about Lo Shiwen? An eccentric and unpredictable person. It seems Lo Shiwen has a really bad reputation in town. Even Chengta doesn't like him. Yeah, it does seem odd. Well, whatever it was some sort of bar. So, regardless, it's a metal bar with 2 vertical markings on it. So, sword makes as much sense as anything else. But it still doesn't seem like it, but it looks like the most likely from the collection in the book. I wonder why everyone dislikes Lo Shiwen. Haven't you been paying attention? Because they all think he's lazy. He always claims that Lo Pei's books were written by him. Whoa, you're talking a lot, buddy. Bored by his words. Okay. Chung Ta, do you know Liu Pichang? No, I don't. Okay. I guess sometimes that happens. Fair enough. Wait, what now? Bamboo cutting knife. There's a bamboo cutter standing in the corner, and on its handle are tied 2 iron hoops. Oh, this is the one that was leading in the book. Is it? It doesn't look like it. Oh, I guess maybe. I don't know. This doesn't look like what strangled her though. Bamboo cutter made in the blacksmith shop with 2 iron hoops wrapped around the handle. The murder weapon is a rod with 2 vertical stripes. Could it be the handle of the bamboo cutter? Is it? We can compare them to see. I mean, I don't... Not a match. As I was gonna say, I'm like, I don't... The shape of the stripes is quite similar, but the spacing is inconsistent. The length of the handle is also not enough. Okay, great. What am I doing? Looking at other tools? Cow Ping, hello. Shen, this is cow snacks. I can already smell the delightful aroma coming from the steamer. Let's go and have a chat. What would you like to order? Buns, cake, fried twisted noodle, wonton? Tofu curd. No tasty, no penny. What does that mean? You know, you gotta eat sometime, though. And while we're here, you know, I don't mind it. I'll let Afu slide this one time. We'll give him a little treat. We're detectives investigating the murder case at Lowe's house. May I ask you some questions? Feel free to ask, and I'll definitely cooperate. Tell me about the steam buns. Your steam buns are so delicious. Is there a secret technique? Good steam buns must be made with meat in good condition. Afu doesn't need food. Yeah, he does. Look at him. Look at the little hands. He's like, ah. Did Lo Shihuen often come here to buy steamed buns? Lo Shihuen is our regular customer. Usually, he prepaid for 5 days worth of steam buns. We deliver them to him every morning. Were the steam buns delivered to his house this morning different from those on other days? No difference. They were all freshly made. But I've heard that he has been arrested. So should we still deliver to him tomorrow? This is indeed a big problem. How about this? You deliver them to the court instead? Can you manage both the business at the stall and food deliveries at the same time? Yangtze, the errand runner, takes care of all the delivery orders. Where is Yangtze now? He is delivering rice noodles to those soldiers. I see. Thank you, Mr. Cow. Feel free to ask, and I'll definitely cooperate. Oh, right, about the same thing. Okay. Tell me about Lo Shihuen. Let's talk about him a little more. Mr. Cow, how much do you know about Lo Shihuen? You know his uncle, Lo Pei, is a renowned writer, right? Yeah, he's got his priorities. I know he's been arrested, but he still want food. Like, do I deliver to him? Like, I mean, yeah, he doesn't want to deliver for nothing. Fair enough. Our town, Paro Town, was renamed because of him. Business in our small shops has been booming due to the influx of readers attracted to our town. Please tell us what you know about Lo Shihuen. Alas, Master Lo was highly esteemed, but never expected to end up with such an incompetent nephew. Lo Shihuen, a scholar, has passed the imperial examination. After the exam system was abolished, Lo Shihuen turned to opium in despair and lost everything. If it weren't for Master Lo taking him in and helping him quit smoking, I'm afraid he would. Opium is really evil. What is this weird anti-opium ad? Just say no to opium, kids. Did Lo Shihuen quit opium later? So I hear, but he still needs to take opium cessation drugs daily. Those drugs were already purchased for him by Lo Pei. Indeed, it sounds like Lo Pei has treated Lo Shihuen quite well. Having such a good uncle is truly a blessing. Unfortunately, he is very ungrateful. Feel free. Oh, okay, okay. Tell me about Liu Pichang. I wonder if you know Liu Pichang. Liu Pichang? What does that look? Oh, you were referring to Ms. Liu. Yes. That's right, it's her! Master Lo accompanied her to my stall several times to buy rice cakes. I have also seen her and Master Lo taking a photo together right at the entrance of that alley. How is Ms. Liu's relationship with others? She should only have one acquaintance in the town, Master Lo. Has Ms. Liu had any conflicts with anyone? I know nothing about that. Mr. Cow, please try to recall more carefully and see if you remember anything. Why don't you go and ask my son? Ms. Liu occasionally played with my son, so he might know her better. I wonder where your son is now. At this time, he should be playing by the creek. My son's name is Cao Tian, wearing yellow clothes. Go and try to find him. Okay, watch. We'll just go to the creek and all the little kids will be wearing yellow. We'll be like, which one of you is Tian? Is there anything else to click on? I feel like I clicked on everything. I clicked on all the clickables. What? Afu, what's wrong? What is it, boy? I suddenly remembered the business card I saw earlier. The seal on it looks somewhat familiar to me. Yes, there is a similar shape on this piece of evidence. On the business card? Oh, on here. The blacksmith's manual. What? Well, what does that mean? Oh no, this up here, probably. Great, I'm assuming. Here. Boom, here's proof. Ah, so it was the letter. Yes, the outline of the seal matches perfectly with the symbol at the end of the letter. Yes, that means a strange symbol is the imprint left by the seal on the back of the paper. Exactly. Shen, if the person who wrote the letter is Ms. Liu, wouldn't the whole situation be reversed? Very likely indeed. Inadequate in the letter doesn't refer to Lo Shiwen, but Lo Pei. Editor responsible actually means Ms. Liu felt sorry for her fault. It means Ms. Liu wrote the letter to the publishing house seeking justice for Lo Shiwen. Not only that, but there are also annotations in a delicate handwriting on many of the discarded manuscripts. The handwriting in the annotations is the same as the handwriting in the letter. So the person who was revising Lo Shiwen's manuscripts was Ms. Liu after all. Yeah? Okay, I don't know. Probably can go back down here now. Okay. Can't go through here. Why? I want to go to the creek. I don't know if the creek is here. I guess Judge Chang got the news. He's worried that the murder suspect might... Okay, fine. Run. Where are we going now? Run. Oh, here he is. Oh, here's a creek, right. Hello, child. Tian. Hey, little one. May I ask if you are Tian? Yes. You know me? We are detectives, and we are catching bad guys. Would you like to help us? I love detectives the most. I also want to be a detective when I grow up. May I ask you a few questions? Will you answer them seriously? Yes. Do you know a lady with short hair, a round face, and glasses? Yes, I do. That's Sister Liu, and she is not a bad person. Sister Liu was bullied by bad people. Have you seen anyone who bullies her? Master Lo is the bad person. He insulted Sister Liu and even pushed her right here in this courtyard. When did it happen? The day before yesterday. Did you hear what they were arguing about? Me think. Sister Liu was talking about something like Ko-Ao. Ko-Ao. Shen, do you know what Ko-Ao is? Tian, are you sure Sister Liu said that? Yes, Sister Liu did say that, and I heard it clearly. Then Master Lo got angry. Oh hey, welcome in, and good night, Grim. Thanks for stopping by. Very, very angry. Then he pushed Sister Liu. Yeah, thanks for lurking. I always appreciate it. Detective, Master Lo is a bad person. Go and catch him now. Well... Tian, once the truth is found out, we will make sure the bad guys are punished. That's great. Then I'll go and continue playing. Okay. What a fun child. Okay. Detective, I have another question to ask you. What question? If ants are moving, does that mean it's going to rain? If it is going to rain, I need to tell my daddy to close his stall in advance. Ants are sensitive to changes in air humidity, so... But the weather doesn't seem like it's going to rain. Tian, you got it wrong. Yeah, we were surprised we were actually nice to the child. Do you see the white crumbs on the backs of the ants? Those are the food they are carrying. There's food inside the dry well. The white crumbs are the rice cake. Afu, it's possible that there is something in the well. What's wrong with some of these ants? They're looking kind of weird. Rice cake! I don't know why it's such a funny exclamation. Shen, I'll go down the well to have a look. Yeah, you do that. Just stay down there. Can you go down? The width is just right for me, but if I were any bigger, I probably wouldn't be able to get in. I thank God you're going down and not Tian. Rice cake. Yep. Let's first go find a rope and then go down the well. The bottom of the well is deep and the opening is narrow. Be cautious. Don't be too cautious though, Afu. Don't be too cautious. Whoop, down he goes. Shen! Whoop, up he goes. Shen, I found some rice cakes and a belt for a coat down in the well. There was a discarded rake head in the well and the belt was hooked onto it. The rice cakes are all smashed. It took me a while to pick them up. Rice cakes and a belt were found at the bottom of the well. The belt belonged to Lo-Pei's coat. Huh. So... we're still missing the coat. Yeah. That was what Lo Shihuan was gonna go get. But what did you say about a rake attached to it, buddy? What did you say about a rake? Can we look at the vertical things on the rake, maybe? I saw last night. The belt also has bloodstains on it. Now we can report to Judge Chang. We only found fragments of the coat in the brazier. Now we have new evidence. Head of the rake tied to the belt. Oh, okay. Well, but I figured the rest of the rake was attached, but maybe not. Like it was like the head was tied. It was tied from its head, but like the whole rake was there. Why didn't Lo Shihuan dispose of the belt and the coat together? Let's think about that later. No, Afu, why aren't we thinking about that now? Since when is Afu's acting like he's in charge? Since when? I'm the detective. He's just my assistant. What's wrong with him? I just made another discovery. Okay. Shen, look at this. There's a thin red and yellow thread in the brick crevices of the well wall. This thin thread is relatively clean and brightly colored, as if not exposed to the sun and rain. It must have been stuck here recently. Then I will also keep it. Okay. Watch just be from like Afu's outfit or something, like his tie or something. What is that noise? Shen, someone is banging on the drum. It seems like the sound is coming from the direction of the court. Let's go and take a look. Uh-oh. Oh, we have some things to look at. We have a new thing here. It's going to tell us about the drums. Yeah, the hall drum. Let's learn about this. The hall drum, a drum placed at the entrance of county government offices in ancient times, often painted red with white skins, served three purposes. First, if the common people had grievances, they could state their complaints by beating the drum. Second, the county official would beat the drum to gather the crowd and assemble the staff when entering the court. How would they know who, like... Okay, they're gathering the crowd at the court, but what if, like, people just had a complaint? Would everyone still come running? Third, the drum was beaten to announce the county magistrate's return from official duties outside. serving as a reminder for subordinates to report their work in a timely manner. Only in cases of significant or urgent matters could the common people beat the hall drum. Frivolously causing a disturbance over trivial issues not only resulted in the refusal of the case, but also led to physical punishment. Oh, okay, so the common people could only do it if they had, like, you know, big stuff. Good to know. Ah, okay. For social relations. Shen, what exactly does Ko-Ao that Tian Tian mentioned mean? I am not sure at the moment either. Regardless of what it means, if there was a heated argument between Lo Pei and Ms. Liu, Lo Pei may indeed have a motive to commit murder in that case. Is it possible that Lo Pei is the one who killed Ms. Liu? No, that's not right. When Ms. Liu was killed, Lo Pei had already been murdered. Could it be possible that Lo Shiwen disguised himself as Lo Pei, who had an argument with Ms. Liu? Lo Shiwen deceived me because I've never seen Lo Pei before. It's hard to say whether he could deceive Liu Picheng or not. Belt in the dry well. Charred fragments of a belt were found in Lo Shiwen's charcoal brazier. The fabric of the coat is distinctive, so it shouldn't be mistaken. But why didn't Lo Shiwen burn the entire piece of clothes? Why did he only throw the belt into the dry well? Yeah, mysteries, huh? Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, bum. I'm not really thinking about this too hard. I'm kind of going with the flow here. Let's go to the drums. We've been summoned. Actually, I don't think they care about us, but... Oh, wait, they do! They do care about us! Oh my god, they do like us. They are looking for us. Mr. Shen, I was just looking for you. Lord is asked to go to the court. What's up? Someone has come and banged the drum, saying he has seen the murderer. Well, is it true? Who is the person that reported it? I don't know. I am only responsible for running errands. Since that's the case, let's go together and see what's happening. Okay, let's go together and see what's happening.
既然沈先生也到了，那就升堂吧。
Oh, right, he's the judge. I was like, for some reason I kept thinking it was she, but I don't know why I thought it was a lady. I guess I was getting confused with the other publisher lady. Or the coroner. I was getting him confused with the coroner. My bad. Since Mr. Shen is also here, let's begin. What? Solemn silence. Bring in the person who beat the drum. I knew it was that old guy. I knew it. We said something. He was like, it must be this person. He just jumped to that conclusion right away. I don't know. He's just... Excuse me, sir. What's your name? And why did you beat the drum? Bow. Your Honor, my name is Chu Chin. I heard about the murder in Lo's home, and it reminded me that I had witnessed the crime. I'm here to identify the murderer. Oh? Did you really witness the murder with your own eyes? Indeed, I did. Then tell me everything you know in detail. Okay. Testimony with the old scholar witness. The exam results came out today. I went to wait near the announcement wall early in the morning. The day the imperial examination results are released. Yes, today is the day the candidate examinations results are announced. Okay. How could you witness the murder in Lo's house if you went to see the announcement? They're like right next to each other, man. Your Honor, Lo's house is not far from the announcement wall. Wait, he has a like southern accent. I don't know why none of these words must be southern. Your Honor, Lo's house is not far from the announcement wall. Oh, go ahead. I was walking around for some exercise when I suddenly saw a man leaving Lo's house. He was in a hurry and forgot to lock the door. I looked over curiously, only to glimpse a dead body inside. Strange and horrible. I was scared and didn't look or say anything more until Your Honor asked me. After that, I stayed nearby till the results were released, but no one else enter or leave. Who was the person that walked out of Lo's house? Do you still remember? I remember he has a snake's head and rat's eyes. He doesn't seem like a good person. Come here and identify. Is this the person you saw? Yes, it's him. It's him. When I saw that food box, I guessed it must be Yangtze. This guy has a criminal record, theft. He once stole things from Master Lo. He's probably just stealing. He probably didn't do the murder. He probably just did the thievery. It was right to detain him in advance. Wiggle. Judge Chang, I am really wronged. I forget his voice. Everyone knows that I am most warm-hearted, helpful, and chivalrous. How could I kill someone? Officer Ma about to get bloodthirsty. Yep. How dare you talk back, you thief. Come on, man, prepare for severe punishment. Boom, boom. Wait a minute. Mr. Chu, is it Chu or Chow? Chu, I think. Mr. Chu's testimony alone is insufficient to establish Yangtze as the murderer. It's you again. Mr. Chu saw it with his own eyes. How can it be false? It's rare to find someone like Mr. Chu who is willing to speak out for justice. However, yeah, he just wants to kill someone. You'd think he'd be more into the mystery of it, right? Rather than just jumping to conclusions. Cause he likes mystery. He's Lo Pei's biggest fan, but I don't know. He doesn't really have much patience for it in real life. Some of his testimony seems to be inconsistent with the on-site situation. I wonder what Mr. Shen has to say. Bow. Judge Chang, I wish to cross-examine Mr. Chu. What do you mean by cross-examine? I will review Mr. Chu's words, sentence by sentence, and question any problematic statements. Then, I will compare the questionable testimony with the collected evidence. If I find evidence that contradicts the testimony, I will present it to you for examination. Let's begin immediately then. Yep, Officer Ma's gonna kill anyone for anything. Ooh, okay. The exam results come out today. I went to wait near the announcement while early in the morning. Uh-oh. Wait, actually, I haven't thought this through. Wait. I was walking around for some exercise when I suddenly saw a man leaving Lo Pei's house. He has a snake head and rat's eyes. It's Yangtze. He was in a hurry and forgot to lock the door. I looked over curiously, only to glimpse a dead body inside. Strange and horrible. I was scared and didn't look or say anything more until Your Honor asked me. Okay. After that, I stayed nearby until the results were released, but saw no one else enter or leave. How about this? Someone cleaned up. Someone else was there. I think it's this, right? Here's proof. Sir, there is a contradiction between your statement and this evidence. What is this? What are we doing? Showing the floor? Mr. Shen, are you mistaken? I didn't see any connection between this piece of evidence and what Mr. Chu said. Please allow me a moment to think. Oh, did I get it wrong? Uh-oh.
此后无
Well, I
人
don't
在附
understand.
近，
He said he stayed
直到
nearby
放
and no
榜。
one else entered. But the body was clearly in the wardrobe and someone else... Like, okay, maybe that's not the way to go about it. Okay, it's fine. This? When were the... I don't know when his time frame is. What is early in the morning? I saw a man suddenly leaving. What was this again? At noon, I helped post the list and then came here to guard. So you know, okay. So no one came by at noon. So the murder happened. What was it? So before noon, right? But someone cleaned the floor. Other than those of the buns were fresh and tasted good. Okay. Why can I read that in detail? Does this say something significant? Yeah, I know. I don't really know what early means. But let's try this. Here though. Because like, even if he's saying he saw some like someone else came in, but I guess like someone else being there to clean up doesn't like, because he saw the body through the door, and he saw like Young run out. But someone had to have come to put the body, but I guess that doesn't have anything to do with the clean floor. I mean, someone would have cleaned, but it's probably whoever put the body in the, you know, covered up the scene of the crime. But if no one else had been in, so it has to be this, right? Here's proof.
周老先生的指控不成立。
Mr. Chu's accusation is not valid.
这盒包子
This
就是
box
证
of
明。
steamed buns is the evidence.
沈先生，
Mr. Shen, what do you mean?
杨二是一位跑腿的，
Young an errand
早上他进
runner,
入罗
entered
氏
Lo
文家
Shihuan's
是为了送
house
包
in the
子，
morning to
而
deliver
非
bun, not to... Yes, that's right. I indeed went to deliver steamed buns. Okay.
以送包
Oh,
子为
yeah.
借口
He
进
would
屋，
have done that.
然
But
后
I don't
谋
know
财
why
害
he
命，
couldn't have
不可
murdered.
以
Yeah.
吗？
He used the delivery as an excuse to enter the house, commit murder for money, couldn't he? This...
先生，
Oh,
我
I
刚才
mean,
听
I
你说
guess
包
the
子，
murder...
还以为你跟我一样饿了呢。
Shen, I just heard you mention steamed buns, and I thought you were as hungry as I am. Shut up,
容
Afu.
我
Please
再想
allow
想。
me a moment to think. Wait. Oh no. Wait. I don't understand. Is it this? Oh, okay. Part of the autopsy mentions that she's found in the wardrobe. Okay. Submit. Maybe it's
老
this.
先生，
Sir,
您
you
说在
mentioned
嫌
you
犯离
saw
开罗
someone
家
dead
时，
inside the house when the
看到有人
suspect
沉
left
尸物，
Lo's house.
但是
However,
尸
the
体是在
body
衣
was
柜内
found
被发
inside
现。
the wardrobe.
当时那个衣柜还上
At
了
that
锁，
time, the wardrobe was locked.
您怎么可能看到
How
屋
could
内
you
有尸体？
possibly see a body inside the house?
这 这
Okay, I think we got it now. That's a look of winning.
会不会周老先
Could it
生
be that Mr. Chu
看
saw
到
the
的
scene
是
in the
凶
house
手
right
刚
after
做
the
完
killer
案
committed the
时
crime?
屋
I
内的
didn't
情
realize
况？
that her autopsy, like, had the wardrobe part mentioned. I thought it was, like, just about her body, not where it was found. That was what was confusing me. I was like, I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know how to say this. I'm like, I know he shouldn't have seen that either. It's because someone put the body away. So I was trying to say, like, no, you definitely saw someone come in after the body was on the floor, but someone else came in after to move it then. And I didn't know how to get that out. So, but now we did because the wardrobe part was part of that. Okay. could it be that Mr. Chu saw the scene in the house right after the killer committed the crime?
不会，
No,
因为吕先生
because
是
Miss
在
Liu
夜
was
半子
killed
时前
around
后遇害，
midnight. Oh, was she? Did we get that? I forgot about
而
that.
周
I
老
probably
先
should have
生
reread the
天亮后
autopsy.
才到罗家附近。
The autopsy just mentioned stuff with the body. Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. Yeah. But apparently it does mention where the body was found, so... I mean, that makes sense, but... Mr. Chu didn't arrive near Lo's house until after daybreak.
沈先生，你说的这个死亡时间
Mr.
准确
Shen,
吗？
is the time of death you mentioned accurate?
这是我根据尸体表
This
征
is my
初步
preliminary
分析得
analysis
出的。
based on the body's characteristics.
本衙门的仵作巫大娘正在验
Auntie
尸。
Vu, our coroner, is
目前尚未给出
currently
结论。
conducting the autopsy. No conclusion has yet been reached.
你光看了眼尸体
You
就敢
dare
说
to
时
tell me the
间？
time of death just by glancing at the body?
死亡时间的问题，
Indeed, the time of death
确实有赖
relies on the
仵作
coroner's
做进一
further
步判
assessment.
断，但这并不影响
But
我的
that
推论。
doesn't affect my inference.
据周老先生所说，
Okay.
他是见到有人从罗家
Mr.
出来
Shou
没
said
锁
he
门
looked over
才好
curiously
奇张
because
望。
someone left Lo's house without locking the door.
同时，他也说过，
He also mentioned no one
在嫌
entered
犯
or
离开
left
后，
Lo's house after
再
the
没有。
suspect left.
若真是如此，
If that is indeed the
地上的
case,
尸体
how did the
是
body
怎么
end
被
up
反
locked
锁进衣
inside the
柜的？
wardrobe?
老爷爷，
Sir,
看到尸
did
体
you
的上
fabricate the
是
story
一个
about
杜
seeing
撰
the body?
虽未曾见，
Although I have not
但向来是
personally
如此。
witnessed it, I believed that to be the case.
这可是人命关
This
天
is
的
a
大
matter
事
of
啊！
life and
您
death.
怎么能想
How
当
can
然
you
呢？
take it for granted?
唉，
Alas.
但无论如何，
But nevertheless,
周老爷
Mr.
子都
Chu
看到了
did
杨二
see
鬼
young
鬼
Er
祟祟地
sneaking
从
out
罗
of
氏文家
Lo
出来，
Shihuan's house.
是也不是？
Yes or no?
尸体之
I have
事，
made a hasty
无妄
judgment
断
about the
疑。
matter of the body.
然
However,
无
the
所见
person
之
I
人
saw was
是
indeed
杨
young
二
Er
不假。
without a doubt.
周老先生，
Mr.
你
Chu,
如何能确定
how can you
从
be
罗家出
certain
来的
that the
人就
person
是
leaving
杨二？
Lo's house was none other than young Er?
此人
Wait,
大
didn't we
本
decide it was
怪异
probably young Er anyway
无
because
意
he was
其擦
delivering
肩而
the
过
the
令
steam
有
buns?
深刻印象。
Like, the body was killed at midnight. Like, it was probably put in the wardrobe between them. When he got there, probably, maybe then it wasn't in the wardrobe. I don't know. But there was no clean. The floor would have been cleaned after Young Or, but no one else came in or out. I had a close encounter with this person, and his peculiar attire made a deep impression on me.
如何怪异？
In what way was his attire peculiar?
头缠
He
白
wore a
巾
white turban,
手持
held a
棍棒
rod, and carried a
身负
box.
香笼
He didn't
张
look like a
口
good
鼠目
person.
不像好人。
That's racist,
你还
buddy.
见到其他人
Have you
出
seen
入
anyone
罗家
else
了吗？
coming in or out of Lo's house?
应该
It
是
seems
没有了。
there's nobody else.
应该
Seems.
无
I
无
can't
记不
recall
清
clearly.
了，
I'm
可言
afraid
多
more
有
words
事。
means more mistakes.
望大人
That's a
们
relative that knows
如劳
autopsy. Yeah,
手
they
再
mention
想
location
一
as well.
下。
Okay. Yeah, I just kind of, I mean, I know it would make sense that normally autopsies were because they describe the position of the body and stuff. I just didn't realize that it was in this game. Because I felt like I guess because last time it was just on the floor, so like they didn't bother to mention that. Because it just looked like the stuff that we clicked on with the body, right? Like, and I thought those were the pieces of information we added to the autopsy, but I guess they also include other stuff. Please allow me to think it over.
嗯，
Well, then go
那
think
先一
about
旁
it for a
想着去
while.
吧。
Goodbye, old guy.
大人，眼
But
下还不
autopsy
能排
really
除那
mentions
杨
stuff
二的
that's
嫌
in
疑
or。on the body. But they have to talk about, like I said, the position of the body and stuff, and to do that, they need to talk about location where it's found. Because they will need to use that information to figure out what happened to the body. Like if it's, you know, body's draped over something, or if it's like facing down, facing up, shoved in a wardrobe. Lord, at present we cannot rule out the suspicion on Young Er.
说不定他进过
It's
2次现
possible
场
he entered the scene
一次杀
twice,
人
once to commit
一
the
次
murder
藏尸
and
体。
once to hide the body. Yeah, but at that point, anyone, you could have done it, Officer Ma.
沈先生，你怎么看？
Yep, you learned something new. Mr. Shen, what do you think?
不妨先询问杨二看。
It could be advisable to question Young Er first and see what he has to say.
行，
Alright, let's
那就
proceed to
审一审
question
杨
Young
二。
Er then.
小的，
Oh, Officer
问你话
Ma.
了，
Young man, we have questions for you. Yeah, you can hear.
大人们
Sir,
只管
feel
问，
free to ask.
小的
I
肯
will
定有什
certainly
么
speak
说什
to
么。
whatever I know.
今天早上，
Were you the one
罗
who
世文家
delivered
中
the
的包
steamed
子
buns to
是
Lo
你送
Shiquan's
的。
house this morning? Yes, it was
是
me
小
who
人送
delivered
的。
them.
十
Who
里
in the
八乡谁不
neighborhood
知道
doesn't
小
know
人
that I
作为
am
古道热
most
肠，助
warm-hearted,
人为乐，
helpful,
侠
and
肝义胆。
chivalrous?
别扯没用的。
Don't talk nonsense.
周老头指
Old
控你
Chu
杀人
accuses
藏
you of
尸，
murder and
你
hiding
有
the
何话
body.
说？
What do you have to say about it? Can't get it. The judge
我
is
的
just
大
kind of,
人，
he's actually kind of funny. Like, he's just, I don't, it actually is funny that you mentioned it. I didn't even look at him and pay attention, but he is kind of funny looking. I am being wrongfully accused, sir.
小人平日里规规矩
I
矩
am a
的，别说是
well-behaved
大活
person.
人了，
I have
就
never
算是
killed a
畜
living
生也没
creature,
杀
let alone a
过呀。
human being.
周老先生看到你从
Mr.
罗世文
Chu
家
saw
出
you
来，
coming out of Lo
你又
Shiquan's
作何解
house.
释？
How do you explain that?
呃，
He must
他
have
一定是
mistaken
看
me for
错
someone
了。
else.
杨二，
Younger.
早上你到底
Young
做过
R.
什么？
Okay.
如实招来。
What did you do this morning? Come clean and tell the truth.
是是是。
Yes, yes, yes. Testimony. What young witness?
从罗佩家出来后，
After leaving
小人
Lope's
就赶紧
house,
回
I
店铺，
quickly returned to my shop.
可还是
But
被
I
高老
still
板
got
数落了。
scolded by my
毕
boss,
竟
Cal,
早上
because
的
I
单子
failed
都
to
没
deliver
送，
the morning orders.
那小
Then I
人
had to
肯
rush
定
and
得赶
deliver
紧
the
快
orders
把
as
家
quickly
边
as
马不
possible
停蹄的
without
普
stopping
搜。
for a moment.
等送到罗
By the
世
time
文
I
那单的
delivered
时
the
候，
order to
已
Lo
经赶
Shiquan,
上进度
I had
了。
already caught up with the schedule.
早上你已目睹罗
You
世文
saw
被捕，
Lo Shiquan being arrested in the
为何
morning.
还去他家送包子？
Why did you still deliver the buns?
呃，
If the
既然
customer
客人下
orders,
过
no
单，
matter whether he
不
eats
管
it
他
or
吃不
not,
吃，
I have
小
to
人也
deliver
得
it,
送。
right?
不，
明白，请继续说。
Understood. Please go ahead.
小人在
I
罗世
knocked
文
on the
家门
door of
口
Lo
敲
Shiquan's
了半
house for
天的
quite a
门。
while, but there was no response.
我本
I
想把
intended
食
to leave
盒
the
放
food
在
box
门
at the
口的，
doorstep, but the
谁
door
知道
opened
门没
easily
锁，
with a
轻
gentle
轻。
push.
小人担
I
心
feared
包
the
子被狗
buns
偷
would
食
be
了，
stolen by a
回头
dog
被
and
高老
Mr.
板
Cow
看
would
见再
scold
遭
me
数
again, so I
落。
went inside.
进屋
I
后，
placed the food
小
box
人把
on a
食
small
盒
table
放在
by the
门边
door
矮
and
桌
then
上，
hurried to
就
the
赶
next
去送
customer.
下一家。当时
Was
在
there
屋里
anyone
有人
inside the
吗？
house at that time?
什
There was
什
not
么人都没有。
anyone inside the house at all.
那你刚进屋的时候，
When you first entered
可
the
曾注意到
house,
什么
did
异
you
常？
notice anything unusual?
异常，
Unusual? It
好像
seemed
也
like there was
没
nothing
什么异
unusual
常
when I
啊。
entered the house.
奇怪，
That's strange.
那
He
件事
should
他
have
不应该注意
shouldn't
到
have。overlooked something like that.
杨二，你
Younger.
进屋后除了放食盒，
What else did
还干了
you
什么？
do after entering the house and placing the food box?
小人放下食盒
On
后，就
placing the
空
box,
手
I
回
quick
去了。
I returned
还有
empty-handed.
单子
I
要
had other
跑，
orders and
哎，可
couldn't
耽误
afford
了。
any delays.
啊，
Man.
可能我出来
Crazy how
时
this guy's
正
like
好被周老
a
爷子看
DoorDash
见了吧，
driver.
就产生了误会。
Maybe
误
Mr.
会
Chu
而
happened to
已。
see me when I came out. He misunderstood me.
沈先生，
Mr. Shen,
这
what
次
do
你
you
怎么
think?
看？
杨二所说的6句
The
证言
6
中，
statements made by Younger
有
in
一
his
处说法
testimony contradict
与周老
one
先生
of
的证
Mr.
言
Chu's
存在。
statements. Oh, okay. I wasn't paying attention enough to what Chu said, or to what Younger said.
小
Let's
人
see.
在罗世
I
文
knocked
家
on the door
门
of Lo
口
Shiquan's house
敲
for
了
quite
半
a
天
while,
的
but there
门，
was no
但
response.
一直没人应。
Okay.
我本想把食
I
盒
intended
放
to
在
leave
门
the food
口的，
box at the
哎，
doorstep,
谁知道
but the
门
door
没
opened
锁，
easily with a
轻轻一
gentle
推，
push.
小人
The
担
old,
心
the new
包子
breeds,
被狗
yeah.
偷食
We're
了，
not too
回
olden.
头被高老板
Only
看
like
见再
100
遭
years
数
ago.
落，就进了屋。
I feared the buns would be stolen by a dog, and Mr. Cow would scold me again, so I went inside. Okay.
屋
There
里
was no
空
one
无一
inside the
人，
house, and I
小
didn't notice
人也
anything
没
unusual
发现什
either.
么异常。
I mean, is it that? Like, we already decided that Chu didn't see the body.
小人把
Placed the
食
food
盒
box on a
放
small
在了
table
门
next to the
边的
door
矮
and
桌
quickly
上，
returned
就
empty-handed.
赶紧空手回
It's
去了。
this. It's this. He said he was carrying a box. Yeah.
杨二，
I mean,
你
I
还
guess
不
they're
清楚
saying if
自己
he
的处
noticed the
境吗？
body or something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if they're still expecting him to notice the body, or if we decided the body just was. I don't know what they're thinking, or if we're just 5 steps ahead. Who knows? Younger, aren't you aware of your own situation yet?
为什么要撒谎？
Why did you lie?
小的，小的，
I
没
didn't.
周老先生看到你
Mr.
从罗家
Chu
出来
saw
时，
you coming out of Lo
手中
Shiquan's
拿着一
house
根
with
棍
a
棒，
rod in your hand.
那是什么？
What was that?
没
There
没
there
有的
was
事儿。
nothing. damn it.
罗世文家的
There
墙
used to
上
be a
原本挂
painting
着一幅
hanging on the
画，
wall of Lo
现
Shihuan's
在却不
house,
见了，
but now it's gone. Hmm.
是被你拿走的吧？
You took it, didn't you?
进罗家后，
After
你确认
entering
屋内
Lo's
无人，
house
便
and
起了偷盗
confirming
之心。
there's no one inside, you had the intention to steal.
墙上的挂
You
画，
took away the
屋
painting
内
on
稍
the
有
wall
价值的
and the
瓷器
valuable
都被你拿
porcelain
走。
items from the house.
你有盗窃前
You
科，
have a history of theft,
此类顺手
so this
牵羊
kind
的
of
事，
opportunistic
想必
act
不是
may
第一
not
次
be your first time.
而周老先生看
And
到
the
的棍
rod
棒，
Mr. Chu saw,
其实是一轴
it's the
卷起来的画。
things, was actually a rolled up painting. It's the things, this is what killed her, it's the murder weapon.
这
Shouldn't have stolen it, buddy, it was a murder weapon. I
我就说
I told you so,
这
this
小子
guy's
贼心不
thieving
改，
nature never changes.
竟敢在公
How
堂上
dare
一
you
而再再而
repeatedly
三地
lie
撒
in the
谎，
courtroom.
人是你杀的
Did
吗？
you kill Ms. Liu?
大人饶命！
Please forgive me, sir.
大人饶命！
Please forgive me, sir.
小
I
人
was
一时
greedy
贪
for
财
money
被
and
猪油蒙
was
了心
momentarily blinded by
小
greed,
人
but
真的没有杀
we
人
didn't kill
呐
anyone.
那
That
幅画
painting
那幅画也不
was
是
not
小
taken
人
down by
取
me.
下来的
When I entered,
小
it
人
was already on the
其实已
table.
经收在桌子
Damn,
上
I
了
believe it.
大胆刁民！若
Bold
再不说
villain.
实话，
If you do not speak
杖
the
刑
truth
伺
any
候。
longer, caning punishment will be served. I mean, again, the body was killed at midnight, and he's just as likely to be there at midnight as anyone else. Like, because the body didn't die at this point in time. So, like, even if he killed her with the painting rolled up, he still would have returned to see it rolled up on the table later. Like, it has nothing to do with, besides the fact that we would like the murder weapon, please. But, like, it has nothing to do with who murdered her. They're at completely separate times. Like,
小人
oh wait, the
知
old man is
错了
back.
真的知错
Was he
了
here the whole time? I realized my mistake. I really realized my mistake.
刚才小
Apart
人
from
除
not mentioning the
除
act
了
of
偷
theft
盗一
earlier,
事没说
everything
之
else
外
I said is
真的
true. I
绝
promise.
属实
I
小
will
人
return the
这就
stolen
将东
items
西
at
归还
once, right away,
马上归还
immediately.
立刻
Please, it's a
马
murder
捕头，
weapon. Officer
等
Ma,
下
gather a
你带
team
人
and go
随
with
杨
young
二去
Er to
看
see
看。
what he has taken
他
from the
怎么样？
house.
是。
Oh, okay, I thought he walked off farther away. Yes. Thought he walked off to think, have himself
沈
a little
先
think.
生，
Mr.
若
Shen,
杨
if
二
young
真
Er is
的只是
indeed
偷
guilty of
窃，
theft only,
那这个案
then
子
how should
该
we
从
go
何
ahead with the
查
murder
起？
trial?
恐怕还得回到周
I'm
老先生的
afraid
证
we'll
词。
have to go back to Mr. Chu's testimony.
此话怎讲
What do you
呢？
have in mind?
我和阿福调查现场时发
When
现，
Afu and I were investigating the
有人
scene,
清
we
理了
found
现场的脚
footprints
印，
had been cleaned up.
可能是杨二，
It could be
也可
young
能在
Er,
他之后
or
还有其
there
他人出
might
入。
be others who have been in and out after him.
周老先生一整
Mr.
个上
Chu
午
stayed
都待
near
在罗
Lo's
家附
house
近，
throughout the entire
是
morning.
目前
周老先生，
Mr.
你
Chu,
回想得
how
如
is your
何了？
memory recall going?
各位
My
大
lords,
人，
I feel
老
dizzy
朽
and
站久
faint
了，
after so
头
long.
昏眼
Eh,
花，
Have some more time,
不
please.
知能否再容些时间？
And this is the guy testing in the Imperial system still.
也罢，
Alright then.
咱们歇息一会儿，再继续
Let's take a
审
break
理
and。continue the trial later. Okay. Okay. Doggy. Alright, let's end it here for today, I think. This is a good stopping place. And we'll start with the dog next time. That seems like a great place to start. Let's save. Yeah, let's save in the over here. Hooray. Okay, exit game. Just showing another criminal off the street. Yep. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know who it would be besides Afu. I mean, the only person alive that really had any business with her was Lo Shiwen, so I don't know, but I feel like they don't want it to be Lo Shiwen, right? Because that's kind of like we already assume he killed Lo Pei. Well, I mean, I guess he did. So like it wouldn't be the same murderer, right? So it'd have to be someone else. And I don't besides like I don't know who yeah, Afu does seem pretty suspicious. I don't know, it might be him. But like other characters we have is the bookseller who doesn't really give us much evidence at all and really didn't seem connected to anything. But maybe I just missed it. But the bookseller, the blacksmith, uh Mr. Chu, uh like I can't think of anyone else. We already decided it's not Younger. He was like our little red herring. Um, but like as far as we're aware, Mr. Chu, but Mr. Chu did well, I thought the book was suspicious that Mr. Chu had, but I think uh he just like grabbed the wrong thing, right? He meant to grab his admission ticket and instead grabbed the book. Unless he's lying, but I don't think so. Maybe, but I don't think so. Um, and it's weird that the murder weapon is very clearly that rolled up painting, but we still have the blacksmith manual for some reason. And we even looked at the bamboo cutting. I guess there's a bamboo cutter exists too. But we even looked at the bamboo cutter, right? Not the person, but the instrument. And like it felt like the game wanted us to go around and like look at all of those other things in the book to see what they look like and confirm that it's one of them. But like the way we did the matchup, right? The overlay, and we were like, nope, doesn't match. Like, and I had to like, move it over and stuff. Like almost not like a mini game per se, but there was like a gameplay element to it. And it felt like the game wanted us to do that with a bunch of other, tools and weapons too. But then we just didn't. And I don't really know like what what were we going with that? Like what does a blacksmith's manual have to do with anything? This is just a painting that's rolled up. I don't Can't wait to see what happens. Yeah, I'm kind of confused. But I guess that's why we didn't finish the trial now and why they're having us go out because there must be some evidence we're missing that we need in order to put the pieces together, right? Because this is the thing. A lot of people are always like, "Oh, I know who it was right from the start," and it's like you don't have the evidence though. You just guessed. You didn't know. You guessed. But do I play a lot of puzzle mystery games? I guess some. I don't know. I usually like play these sorts. I mean, I guess sort of. It just kind of depends on the game. Like I've played like Pentiment was kind of like a puzzle mystery game, I guess, a little bit. And yeah, cuz there yeah, it was always mysteries of like who murdered people and stuff. And then Paranorma Site was also sort of a mystery game too. So I guess I kind of do sometimes. Sometimes. Um oh, and Immortality was also, I suppose, a bit of a puzzle mystery situation too. I never finished that one though. Um, I just got too frustrated with like knowing how the gameplay with that one worked. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I guess I play a bunch, but like, it depends on the game. It's more like the story of it that I like. So I like ones that have like this that has like a kind of cool setting and stuff. I like cool settings for them, I think. But yeah, puzzle game that was on the DS. Mm, Professor Layton. I think I've heard of it before. I recall, but see, well, of course, it would have been a long time ago. Um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'll look into it if I come across it. Maybe, maybe it'll be like on Steam or something. Who knows? But anyway, um, man, I'm so excited to get a new computer. I'm so excited. 3 or 4 games in the series with some interesting stories. I see. I'll keep an eye out. Like I said, if I happen to see it mentioned anywhere or see any sign of it, I will I will investigate further. Um, but yeah, I'm so excited to get a new computer. Like, cause I really want to play like games. I want to play the games I want to play. I want to stream Marvel Rivals. I want to stream Medieval Dynasty. Like, I'm so excited. I want to even The Sims. I like started a Sims playthrough, right? The like Ultimate Decades challenge, right? And I was like, one, it has a lot of stuff, but I feel like I'm a better streamer now, so I can juggle all of the things I need for that game uh a little bit better because I would need the game and then I also need like the spreadsheets and stuff and the um dice, the like online dice for it and things like that. But you know, and but I'm a little bit better now, like switching the scenes around and stuff. I feel like I'm getting better at that. So but it was just kind of a lot, and the game, of course, The Sims runs, you know, intense. So you know, it's kind of like it ran and it worked, but it just felt like, you know, my computer was gonna explode. Like I could hear the fans whirring with my headphones on, type of thing. Normally anytime I play The Sims, I have to wear my noise canceling headphones and I have to wear them all the way on my head because my computer runs so loudly. The fans are so loud. And oh man, and I can also, like, I wanted to play, I was thinking about playing Final Fantasy 14 on stream, where before that was always like going to be an off stream game for me, but I might start, you know, a character for stream, I think maybe. But I was a little bit nervous because at this computer, the only game that has crashed this computer was Final Fantasy 14. Now, to be fair, I did have the graphics set up pretty high because, like, it was when this computer was still new, so like I was like, we can handle it. But like there was like one of the first, like, after I played for like a couple hours, I forget, but it was some cutscene, and it like was a battle or something like that. I don't know. I don't actually remember. I don't play a lot of Final Fantasy 14. Um, but like there's like a big battle in the cutscene and it like crash completely crashed my computer. Um, and I had to boot it back up and everything. So that was kind of, but the only time something, where my last computer like crashed all the time. Um, but uh but yeah, it was the only thing that like properly crashed my computer. Um but yeah, but I can play that too. Man, so many things that I can play now. I'll like, man, I have all these other games I'm kind of in the middle of, and I'm like, you know, on my Lethal Company grind and working my way through observation. But observation duty we can come back to later. There's no sense of urgency to get through that. It's good anytime. Levels are levels. And I all the levels that I've started in observation duty, I have finished. So there's none that I have to like revisit as of now. So that's a good. But escape the backrooms I still have to do. Uh, let's see. Man, I have a bunch of other, and we have to finish until then. I still probably should finish that run of Balatro. We beat the game, but you know, we can still keep going, so we probably should. Gotta do that. Um, Oh, Grun, whatever that is. Still have to play that. Fields of Mystery ever kind of, but I think we'll hold off on Fields of Mystery. Maybe we'll jump back into it at some point in future. But I don't like the color palette of that game is my issue. But when you got your last Xbox, you're gonna play these new games and you forgot about the older ones. Yeah, exactly, exactly. So that's, I'm gonna have like an issue. But some of these games were older ones I was already playing, like Medieval Dynasty. I was already playing it previously, and then they must have updated the game, I'm assuming, and then I couldn't play it anymore. Again, without my model lagging. I could still play it, but my model lags. Um, so and I was trying to play Marvel Rivals. So it was already kind of thrown in the mix and whatever else I said. And The Sims is actually something I wanted to pick up prior. That was something I started a year and like 3 months ago or something like that. So that's actually gameplay I would be responsible of me to go back and pick up because I only have one stream of my Sims playthrough, and it's the Ultimate Decades Challenge, so it's gonna have like 300 streams or something, like, because it starts in the year 1300, and each Sims day is like a quarter of a year. So every 4 days in The Sims is a year, and you go from 1300 all the way up to the present. Which is crazy. And of course you need a lot of like custom content and mods and stuff for that, because you have to make things like medieval and stuff and change it, and or Renaissance and colonial and Victorian, and you know, you have to update all the clothes and everything and hairstyles and stuff, furniture to the different time periods. That requires a lot of stuff, CC and things. So that was like uh kind of tough for the computer. Yeah, it is really cool. And then you actually like every like when they are, there's a certain amount of days that they are a certain age. And then when they get to the next age up point, you roll a yeah, I think it's just you roll a d20 for that. There are a couple other things too that you roll for. But like you roll a d20 and for different ages there's certain numbers that mean they live or die. So like in the medieval era, and it changes for different eras. So the medieval era, like it's really high, like children have like a 1/4% chance of dying. Like if they roll like a 2, 6, 8, or 13 or something, like they die. And like infants have like a wide span. And when a character gives birth, if they roll a 1, the mother dies. And then you also roll for the infant to see if they survive. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And then your Sims can like woohoo once a day when they like get married, and they can woohoo once a day. And the uh and like you kind of want a large number of kids. Yeah, yeah, you roll instant death, exactly. It's kind of like, and that does happen. Because especially for the infants, it's kind of high. And like you want to have a bunch of kids because so many of them are going to die, and the whole goal is to try to keep your family, like your family name, and so like you have an heir, and whoever the oldest son is your heir. But like sometimes you're like planning, on this one kid, like Robert, to be your heir, but then he ends up dying on his roll up to like, let's say he's like a teen, and he's rolling up to be a young adult, and he rolls, but like he didn't have any kids yet, and so he dies, and then you're like, oh no. And like what if you only have like 4 daughters after that, right? What if all the sons you had died? Let's say you had 10 kids but all the sons died and you only have 4 daughters, and you're like, oh no. And so then like you've lost your direct lineage. You have to move over to the cousins and stuff, and it's like, it's kind of it's pretty cool. I kind of like it, like I played on my own for like, I got up until like the 1380s, I think, because it takes a long time. It takes like um uh an hour or so, I think, to play like 1 year, something like that, if I recall. Like each day of The Sims was like 15 minutes or something, and so to get through 1 year of the game, it takes like an hour. And so like you like will play for like 4 hours, and you only get through 4 years. You get through like 1312 to 1316. And there's also events. So for like famine, there's famine events. There's years where they go to war and the men have to go to war, or they get rolled to see if they're drafted for the war. There's like uh taxes and stuff, and like, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's actually really neat. It's very very like fleshed out and very detailed. And it's just I don't know, it's pretty fun. There are other, yeah, a bunch of other things that you roll for. I forget what everything is. I haven't looked at it in a while. But I was like, this is really fun to play on stream, because it would be like a really good like long play sort of game, right? Like it would last years, but it'd be fun to like build up the family and the characters and the stories and everything. I'm like, this is great for stream. And especially for me, because I do a lot of historical stuff, and I'm like, this will be perfect. But then when I played it, it just kind of felt like a lot, like it felt like a lot on my system and everything. And you love when people make super detailed challenges. It makes it so much more fun. Yeah, yeah. Like there's like a decades challenge, but it like starts in like 1900, and so that's why this person is like made the ultimate. It's like hmm, I forget what their name is. It starts with an M. It's like morbid something, something like that. When I get around to playing it, I'll shout them out. But it's really cool. It's a really cool challenge. And it's just like, yeah, really awesome, and like a great way to like kind of like build in, and you can of course kind of customize it to meet your needs. Like it's not like you get an award for doing it appropriately. Because like some things I don't do, like you're not supposed to have a fridge in the game, but it's like I can't deal with that. Like I know they don't have a fridge, but what if I have this shelf CC that looks like a fridge, or it looks like a wooden shelf, but it acts as a fridge? Like what if I just do that? And so it's like because I just can't make or like like food, like I don't know. They have like weird restrictions on the food where like farming, there's a whole farming thing that you have to do, and like yeah. Yeah, some rules are more guidelines. Oh, it's also really cool for like the side families. So like you have your heir, but if they have any siblings, you roll for how many or like for if that sibling gets married, and it's like a high percentage they get married. It's like 75% chance or something. But you roll for if they get married. Um and then when they turn of age, they get married off to someone. And then you roll to see how many chances to have a baby they have. And then you can have them woohoo themselves, or it's usually easier to just so you don't have to deal with all the side households and stuff. You roll for roll the die potentially if you want, or you can just have them try for babies. But like it's like a D10 or something, or D12, I think. So like they can have up to 12 chances to have kids. So they usually wouldn't have like very many kids. Um because like they can max out at 12 chances, and if the chances, oh, and they tell you what to set the chances to, and the chances to have kids are lower for the lower ages, and they get lower older they get. So if they're like full adults, they're only going to have like a 20% chance or something like that, whereas if they're like a young adult, they'll have like a 30% chance to have kids. um and so like every time like you set the settings for when they woohoo to like have that. And so it does involve like a lot of the like MC Command Center and other mods, either like Wonderful Whims or Wicked Whims or something. Like you need a lot of that stuff um to follow the rules, but like you don't have to do all those things, but you can. But like then you also roll for the kids in the side houses, like your side families. And so like every time they age up, and you have to keep track of it on the spreadsheet. It's just really cool. So I like it. I think it's really fun. So hopefully we'll get to play that again too, because like I said, it worked just fine, but it just felt like my computer was like one of those things people always talk about, like they're like you when you play The Sims, it sounds like your computer is gonna blast off into space. And that's what it was feeling like. And it just makes me really anxious when my computer's fans are just like too loud. I don't like it. When I play it on my own, I have to use headphones because my computer's fans go too loud. So uh so yeah, so we'll see. Hopefully with the new computer it'll be better. But I don't know, but I'm assuming the cooling is good enough on the new computer, right? Like I'm hoping that's an upgrade. I mean, you never really know because you can't like really see where all the fans are and how hot it gets and all that stuff. It kind of one of those things where you get it and you just gotta figure it out, but it's probably fine. But yeah, The Sims on any device, even console Sims good jet engine. That's great. Yeah, Sims is crazy. Sims is crazy. But I mean, what a good game, like, and especially like all the mods and CC and everything, and to make it so moddable, and have room for so much content and stuff like that is like is really neat. And and I get people kind of hate on all the constant like expansions and stuff. But like I think personally, I'd be fine if they just like included. Well, part of it is part of the reason why it runs so poorly is because so much of it is expansions and not built into the core game, is the thing. And I kind of wish they would just give up on selling expansions like some of the earlier ones and just like add them like something like I don't know, like Get to Work, or whatever, that level of expansion pack, and just build it into the game and like optimize it a little bit better, and just have everyone update the base game. And I know people are going to be like, oh, but I bought that pack. Yeah, but it's been like 8 years since it came out. Like you had 8 years of enjoying it for the $40 you paid, okay? Like that's what you got. Like most games build expansions and DLC into the core game now. Yeah, I mean, it's sort of built in, but I don't think it's like optimized into the core game. I don't think. Um because it, like they really are just adding on and adding on and adding on over the years. I don't know that I feel like they need to restructure, because I feel like a lot of it they would really need to restructure a lot of the basics of the Sims base game. And they kind of do, but like they kind of update bits and pieces. So like for some of them, like updating like the infants and stuff, right? For parenthood or something, like I don't know what it was. And like updating how romance works with the romance pack from the summer, right? Um and they had to update some of that stuff. Making different house types and things sometimes, I think, as well. So some of it is definitely worked into the base game, but others isn't. But I mean, on the downside, I wish they wouldn't do that often. 'Cause they have base game updates all the time, and anytime there's a base game update, you have to re-download all the mods and reinstall everything, and it's kind of a pain. But I don't think it's completely optimized very well, because there's no reason. I mean, it is a lot of like a lot of content in there, so I get why it's like is so hard to run. But at the same time, it's not that much. Like compare it to other games that have like the same amount of assets and stuff. Like it's not that much. But, I think it isn't super optimized. Kind of want to try Sims last time you play the saddest character. It's really fun. It's really fun. And they have such cool expansion packs now. Like I didn't get the last couple, but like the death one I'm gonna have to buy before, and the romance one, I think, because both of those feel like they are kind of applicable. But I heard the romance one, I think, like had a lot of issues. It was very glitchy at launch, so I don't know. It caused a lot of it. I had trouble playing accessing some of my Sims files when that launched like back in August or something, so I don't know. But hopefully re-downloading the whole thing on a new PC will fix it, make it easier. And I'll have less issues maybe with a clean slate, because some of it was like uninstalling and reinstalling stuff, and it's like, guys, it's hard for me to do. Hard for me to do it like that. Um because deleting everything and making sure you get everything, and you have to delete absolutely everything to reinstall, and like I don't know, it was an issue. But yeah, some of those new packs are really cool. I don't know, I don't even remember what some of the most recent ones I bought are, but there's some cool kits as well. And stuff packs. I don't think there's any stuff packs I need, or game packs, but I think there's a couple expansions, and I think those two, the death and loved ones, uh and there's like a medieval looking nursery or something like that I should get for my medieval stuff in the Ultimate Decades Challenge playthrough. That's like a kit, but but yeah. Anyway, time to go. I don't know if I'll be able to get work done before the end of the night still or not. I still need to get those videos up on my second channel. I'll hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow I can get them up. I've just been like, I don't know, kind of distracted and not feeling good, and then like I don't know, the whole computer thing has kind of been like on the back of my mind. So, um, but yeah. Thanks for everyone for hanging out, for chatting and lurking, and VOD watchers. Appreciate you too. There's my second YouTube channel I mentioned at youtube.com/at it's television, television, but with the C. And I'll put stuff up there, book club stuff, and other video essays and things. And there's my VOD channel. That's the YouTube link that's linked everywhere. I still haven't updated my Discord link, but I'll do that once I have videos up to kind of go. It's kind of going to be all in one task to upload the videos to YouTube, and for book club stuff, and then also update my Discord, and make the new Discord channels that go with that and stuff like that. So that I'll be working on that. But also my Instagram, people can follow my Instagram. People can follow my TikTok, though I don't really post there. And then Twitter I post on a lot, and Blue Sky, which I also don't post on a lot, but I have and might post more in future. Who knows? Yeah, I think those are the socials. Follow me there. Otherwise, I'll be back on Thursday, assuming my computer doesn't have that imminent hard drive failure. Assuming that doesn't happen, I'll be back on Thursday. I'm going to try not to actually shut my computer down in the meantime, just in case it is an issue that's only on booting up. So we'll see how that goes. Because not shutting my computer down might cause more problems. So we'll see. We'll see. But the plan is to be back on Thursday. Thursday will probably be Lethal Company again. It'll probably be Lethal Company because I wanna train some Lethal Company. So I've been practicing a little bit off stream with the third save file because I think the second save file is my stream file. Third is my off stream file. I've been practicing. But yeah, thanks everyone for hanging out and chatting. And yeah, see you. Have a good couple days. And I'll be back streaming on Thursday. And of course, there's my other socials in the meantime. So goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.